two honorable mentions because I feel like you can plug them in if I but.
Gotcha.
So you have honorable mentions, but you have. So should we do top
17.
20?
Top billion.
Comedy is my favorite genre of movies. I feel like if it's if you're sad, watch a comedy. If you're happy, watch a comedy. If you're bored, watch a comedy.
I guess
it fits your mood way better than it's either comedy or action for me.
Oh yeah.
Being a dude, it's so easy to just I don't even really need a plot. I just need some dude shooting at other dudes and stuff blowing up and there be blood and people die. And that's the end. And I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I don't really need
lots
a
of
plot.
death makes me smile.
What's up, y'all? Welcome in. Welcome back to episode 9 of the Equipment Shed Podcast.
ESP.
It's your boy Tim, Timbo Slice, joined always by Nick and Spencer, and you got Joe Nathan on the boards in the back. Today's episode, we're going to be going over the playoffs, specifically NBA and NHL. We're on at the same time. We also have a quick update on the Masters, kind of a wild finish. Then some other things. We have a UFC recap.
Yeah.
My guys over here watched. I did not. I was busy. So, shame on me for that. But we're also going to go over a few non-sports topics, such as top 5 comedy movies of all time. And then a couple sports-related things that are maybe not off the beaten path. We can go off of what sports are best to watch live. So if you've been to a live sports event, comment below, give us your thoughts. And then also, my burning question, when as a fan, as an adult fan, are you allowed to switch teams?
Which is a huge question.
It's a very big question.
It is a good question.
Whatever the fuck you want.
I got some
Not
takes.
true.
I
Don't
got
listen
some
to the guy in
takes.
the back.
I got some takes for that one.
So thank you for tuning in.
Because
Like, subscribe, comment,
share.
enjoy the show.
Yes.
You can also share.
Yes.
Sharing is encouraged.
Sharing is caring.
Welcome back, dogs.
Yes. Welcome
And
back.
doggets.
Welcome back. Oh man, it was a little bit of a wild weekend. I mean, shoot, everything's been a little wild.
I feel like sports are just it's nonstop.
Sports is
It's a dead part of the season, but
It's
There's always something to talk about.
It's
A round of applause to the Mavericks being investigated for completely tanking their
Mavericks.
game.
not the first time that's happened
No.
to the Mavericks.
But the thing is go back and look at Utah. Utah did the same thing, just 2 games
a
earlier.
lot of teams have done this.
Oh yeah, they have.
But the Mavericks did it harder.
No, the Mavericks did it deliberately, like some
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
idiots.
and the Mavericks have
That's-
an owner who's in the
yeah.
spotlight.
Yeah.
At all times.
And
At all times. Just like Jerry Jones. You want to be talked about, you're going to be talked about.
yeah, it was kind of obvious at that point.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had- you guys could have made the playoffs, and it probably wasn't a good idea
It
to
was
make the
not.
playoffs
It
because
was
you wouldn't
not.
have won.
Yeah.
But is it
So
worth
then he's
giving
like,
up
let's
the picks?
sit
You're gonna lose
everybody.
No, you probably won't.
You don't. So
No.
if they through the investigation
Mm-hmm.
and the whatever the
Mhm.
dude's name is that
Mhm.
runs the NBA, they say,
Mhm.
oh yeah, you guys deliberately did this.
Michael Jordan.
You can't.
What do you mean you can't?
You can.
There will be a conclusion
You can
to the
liter-
investigation.
You can literally go back 3 games prior and show that Utah Jazz did the same thing. Utah Jazz was above us,
But Utah Jazz is not the ones being investigated. It's the Mavericks.
but you can show that Utah did that.
I mean, you can show all day, but they're
It
investigating.
doesn't
the
mean
Mavericks.
anything. If
It
you
does
have,
mean something.
if you have some kind of facts to prove that you weren't the only one that did that, you think they would only punish you just because well we found you, so we're gonna only do it to you. No, they can't do that because then you can go back at the NBA for doing that.
They will. It's the
They
same
will
thing as
punish
whenever NFL fights start, they never flag the dude who started the fight.
Yeah,
the
it's
dude
always the person
who retaliated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Utah
if-
started it.
is it worth potentially
Clearly.
losing that lottery pick
It
over?
doesn't matter. I mean, the pick's still worthless.
You don't think the 10th pick? I think
The
number
only
one pick
the
is
only
worthless.
pick the only pick I don't even think the one pick is worthless because you're gonna get Webby. And that's the whole reason why the Mavericks tried to get that 10th pick.
He's
is
7'4",
because-
145 pounds. I get it.
But that's the reason why they did it.
I get it. No,
For
I get
that
it.
opportunity.
You have a
but
chance
it makes
to get it.
yeah, and that's the only thing the 10th pick does is give you that chance. That's the only thing it does. It doesn't do anything else for you. Because if you don't get it, now it's fucking worthless.
Well, they probably have bigger issues to deal with anyway, rather than losing that pick. You got to figure out if your superstar is going to.
Lucas
Sorry,
does.
Tim.
He actually came out and said, "I'm happy here."
I would not. I'm not worried about.
Publicly,
Luka
out of his
Luka
face.
is the one I'm not worried about. It's everything around Luka that I'm worried about. It's not Luka
There's a lot of
has,
shitty contracts around Luka as well.
and that's what the problem is.
That's true, too.
Luka is always going to be Luka. There's never going to be anything past that. Because my thing is, you look at it the same way like you do Steph Curry. Steph Curry don't play no motherfucking defense. And to anybody who thinks Steph Curry plays defense, you're a fucking idiot. Because he does
No,
not.
I don't
because
disagree.
the
I
thing is
agree
Curry.
with you.
He chucks
Curry,
up from half court
and that's
and
what
then
it
just
is. When
fucking dances in the middle of the court.
when your points count more than somebody, you don't have to play defense when your points count more than theirs.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna make
that's-
12 threes a
that's-
game,
and
and
that's
the other
the-
team
and that's
plays
the
for
When
thing.
your
82
team picks
on
up your slack on the defense
And
end
that's
of the ball,
what that's
which they
what
do.
you're supposed to do, but you do not have that. So Luka should,
He's not
in his
good.
mind, be like, okay, I don't have nobody helping me.
I should
Let
start
me
playing
let
defense.
me start doing this myself, but he doesn't, and that's where the big stigma of we can't play defense or nobody wants to play with Luka because Luka does everything offensively for you, but he knows he lacks.
So is the
defense.
Kyrie experiment a failed experiment?
No.
No, not at all.
It was too
not
short.
at all.
It
It
was
was
too
way
Too
too
short.
short.
That's what I thought too.
It was way too short.
I saw glimpses at the game.
I'm not a Mavericks fan.
It
You are a
could work.
Mavericks fan. That's why I was asking.
It's
I saw it in person.
the
It could work.
Kyrie effect.
No,
it
yeah,
could
it-
definitely work.
They gotta get rid of a couple of these contracts though.
The worst
Max is a
time,
bad contract.
No.
Dwight Powell's a bad contract.
Dwight Powell's always been a bad.
I'll keep him.
Really?
JaVale McGee
Well, that's the
is
worst
the
contract.
dumbest fucking contract the Mavs have. Signing him for three
Well, that's true.
years.
All three are
Why?
bad.
Why? You're not wrong, but why the fuck is JaVale McGee signed for 3 years?
Did you not see Retro McGee out there block a shot and then make a dunk and then not do anything else for
The rest of the game, get his one highlight out the
He
way.
did.
Now he's done.
He got 2 back to back and
Oh
then
my
didn't do
God,
anything else.
bro. I don't get the Mavs. It makes zero sense to me. And now you're about to let Luka walk for nothing again. This is the same thing that happened with Jalen Brunson.
So what do you do with
He won't.
Jason
He's
Kidd?
He probably won't, but I mean, it's stupid to see it go down the same path. This is almost worse than the Cowboys not doing anything. Honestly, because you have way more ability in basketball than you do in the
They've
NFL.
overplayed players they already had that they didn't have to overpay.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And what's even worse is that
That's not good.
Mark Cuban has been he has been the cheapest owner in the NBA for like the past 8-9 years. He has spent the least
Compared to
amount
how much
of
he can
money.
spend.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
He has not one time have we spent enough money on the team.
Getting Kyrie was wild. Like, I'm shocked.
To think
I'm
about
still
it,
shocked
yeah.
they fucking did it.
That he can't,
They've
yeah.
never done anything like that.
Nothing like that.
But they're gonna have to get rid of the
But the
money.
thing is, you make that move and then you don't play to get in the playoffs. What fucking sense does that make?
Right.
What sense does that make? It makes it tough. It makes it tough to cheer for a team like that whenever you
Because
can
I feel like
see-
they could have won their playing game.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it against them. I mean,
Because who played in the play?
it was what, the Lakers and
I know the Lakers.
The Lakers won. the
Lakers,
game.
Timberwolves, Hawks, Heat.
And then now it's
today
going to be
it's Bills, Raptors, Thunder, Pelicans.
Yeah.
Which
Bulls.
Raptors are
Bulls.
Raptors are beating the Bulls by 16 right now.
That nigga said Bills Raptors.
I did?
Yeah.
Bulls.
Paper bills, baby.
Jim Kelly at point guard.
Yeah.
Did you see the Hawks in there open to trading?
Trey Young.
Trae Young
Yeah.
this
I mean, it makes sense. You'd have to. I mean,
Okay, don't say it while y'all are still playing. Wait a fucking week whenever you're out. God damn.
They already put it out. It's
I
already
mean,
God damn, the fucking
it's only the playing
be
game.
polite.
It's only the playing game.
But still, wait a fucking second.
Yeah, but what happens? What happens? You win your playing game, and then you just go on this hot playoff streak.
That's
all the way there.
you take the hot playoff streak. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. You already
But when
put
you
it out
put, I
there.
see what Tim's saying though, because when you put something like that out, and you're in a situation that you're in, well now your superstar knows you guys are willing to fucking just give up and ditch him. So like, why the fuck am I gonna go out there and play hard for you guys if y'all are willing to trade me away?
The fucking
Well,
sit.
he will go.
Exactly, that's exactly what I did. Because
He
I'm
won't.
Trae Young, and somebody's
He
gonna.
won't, 'cause it's
It'd
true.
be better for you to play.
I would like to see Trae.
It'd be
Young
better.
somewhere
It'd be
else.
better for you to play. I think it would too.
There's teams that
There are teams
he's a
that
better fit on.
shit. The Bulls would be a good fit for him. The Bulls would be nasty if they had him.
Yeah.
The Heat.
And the Heat, I'm about to say
The
the Heat
Heat
too.
would be another one.
I don't know. Did y'all saw them lose, right?
Yeah.
Y'all saw them lose.
Yeah.
He lost. That was a little weird. I did not expect Heat losing that game.
So
I
who-
was
Who do y'all? Okay, I got a question. Who do you think is gonna win the MVP? Because
Embiid.
I was gonna say my answer changed.
Embiid.
Last time we talked about it, we all said Joker.
Yeah.
I think after
Embiid went on a
Embiid has been doing too much.
I think Embiid's doing, yeah. you
And I
have to
think
give it to Embiid.
what really helped Embiid was Jokic not playing that game whenever they actually did
That's true.
clash before, because this was the wrapping up of this was like for seeding
Yeah.
at one point. So this really would have helped both teams.
Since the merger, since the NBA ABA merger, that he scored the 5th most points per game since the
Talking
merger.
about Embiid?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a big man, that's kind of wild. 5th most. So the only people ahead of him were like Will, Shaq, Kobe, and Michael.
And Michael Jordan is the only
Wow.
That's
one.
it. Damn.
Wow.
That's it.
And his defense is absolutely fucking stellar.
Wow. It is.
It is.
It's not bad.
He's
It's not bad.
he's a top 10
It's not
defensive
bad.
player in the NBA.
It's not bad.
He's top 5 at his position.
That makes sense.
I'll say that. That's
Rudy Gobert is probably number one, and he's fucking ass. I mean, that's not bad.
Fuck Rudy Gobert.
Rudy
Bullshit.
Gobert. I
Didn't
say
he
what he's
swing on his teammates?
Ass.
Rudy
Didn't he
Gobert is
swing on
a
his teammates this
bitch.
weekend?
He did.
Rudy Gobert is
He was
a
well.
bitch.
First of all, he started fucking COVID in the NBA.
Damn right.
Fuck him. He said, "What's COVID?"
What are you doing?
And then he tested positive. And then he did this bullshit. He swung on a dude on the bench in a fucking game to decide if you're going to the playing game.
And then ran away.
He said,
And then ran away.
I wanna
He
go get
said,
some baguettes.
That's what he did to him.
I
That's what he
haven't
did
watched
to
the
him.
video. I haven't
Watch
seen
this,
I
bro.
just
Get some
know.
baguettes.
You can
So-
see Rudy Gobert,
I get some pinch paste.
Yeah, I'll
You
turn the
can see
volume
him
all the way down, but I'm
arguing.
gonna pull it up.
and then all of a sudden he's like, you know what? You're a fucking bitch. I'm pretty sure. That's
And he
what
waited to swing until dude was in front of him too, and swung
and then,
around somebody.
And then he
Fucking bitch.
swung and hit him, and then he backed away. As soon as he swung and hit him, he backed away
Oh,
immediately.
shit.
That is exactly what that is, and that right there just shows me you a bitch.
I believe-
He was right for calling
He's
you out
French.
your
He's French, so I believe in French. You call it pussy.
name.
He's
But they are good at retreating. So I
He
give
said,
you that.
and then he backpedaled.
Bell John had
He
2
backpedaled
World
off the
Wars,
point.
back-to-back champs. What's up? Fuck you and your baguettes.
See, I don't get that either because that game decided if you were going.
Well, it's not that it decided
And then they
anything.
lost.
It was the
Lakers
it was the fact that what they were saying
lately
was
playing good.
he was hurt. Gobert was hurt, so he was going out there and playing hurt. And when he was coming to the bench, he's like, "Hey man, you gonna fucking play some defense?" Is what he said to him in the beginning. And then Rudy Gobert was like, "Are you gonna get a fucking rebound?" And then they
It
had some more words.
escalated.
And then he was like, "Man, you're a fucking bitch." And then once that happened, that's when he came and swung at
You
him.
bitch.
I mean, he might as well scratched at him like a cat. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he did
yeah,
that.
it was
and,
it, bro.
and then he backpedaled.
Not the guy that was.
No, the guy who kept trying to go forward. It had like 8 people.
Bro, it was so dumb. It was so dumb.
I got 4 sleepers in the playoffs.
It was,
Four
I mean,
potential sleeper teams.
I mean, the Lakers is one of them.
They're not one.
What?
The way they have been playing,
Bro,
yes.
just
Sleepers.
because of the roster is the only reason why I'd put him as a sleeper.
I don't have.
I'd put him as a sleeper.
I have Cleveland and I have the Cavaliers and the Knicks. That's 2 sleepers. I think they're well constructed.
Yeah.
And then I also have the Kings because I think everybody's just sleeping on
Yeah,
it. Still, regardless,
Even though they
And-
won 3rd or 4th.
Golden State as a 6 seed. I think it's.
I have Golden State.
Golden State was
going
a
to the
5 seed
championship.
last year.
And they're 6 seed this year. I think all 4 of those teams could upset whoever.
If everybody's healthy with Golden State, they're a fucking problem.
Sorry, TK. Fuck the Lakers.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing shit. They barely beat the Rudy Gobert-less Timberwolves.
That's very true. That was a last second
Who do
shot
they-
they had to beat
Who
them.
do they play?
But the Wolves was probably the best defensive team that was probably in the playoffs.
Yeah. No,
I think the only other team you could probably say was maybe Milwaukee, but that's only because of Giannis.
I hate that the Knicks and the Cavaliers play each other.
I know that is a good game.
Because I feel like whoever
to start
they play,
off.
whoever wins that is going to get really good momentum on whoever they play next.
Yeah.
Because I'm upset. I feel like one of those 2 teams could upset somebody else, but they play each other.
Wait, hold on. The Cavs didn't make playoffs last year, right?
No.
They were bottom of the league, weren't they? And then they made a trade
for Donovan.
for Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
and now they're.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
They had to finally get fucking Kevin Love out of there, man. He was holding the team down.
we for sure have Nets.
See, I know he's with the
We for sure have the Subway Series of Nets and Sixers, and then we have Hawks Celtics,
Yeah.
Knicks Cavs, which I'm really excited to watch, and then I'm also really excited to watch Warriors Kings.
Warriors Kings gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good too. I
But
think the
if
Kings are gonna survive
the
people.
Kings can get by the Warriors,
Then you have Lakers, Grizzlies, and then TBD
But when we
with the
did this
Bucks.
before, I had the Kings as a sleeper as well.
yeah.
When we discussed this.
Obviously TBD with the Bucks and the Nuggets, but then we have Clippers, Suns too, which I think it'll be alright. But
It just depends on what Clippers team comes out.
I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's the thing. It's the
Is
Clippers.
Kawhi gonna sit game one?
Right. Is Paul George gonna be healthy?
You did.
So we know Brody's gonna be out there
Actually,
playing.
Paul George is not out there right now.
Makes sense.
Just throwing it out there.
Makes sense.
Game 1 for the playoffs for the Clippers,
Will not
he
be
will
there.
miss. They have already announced
That's
that
so crazy.
due to a lower leg injury. And then Kawhi Leonard likes to, play 1 game, sit 8 games, play 2 games,
Yeah.
sit 12
Let's
games.
stay healthy.
He sits a lot. He sits a lot.
So he should have great quads
Yeah.
from all the cities.
Yep. So he shouldn't miss a game in playoffs.
Which is weird because we know how good he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you just got out there and did what you did, you guys.
I mean, you saw Kawhi Leonard shut down LeBron James in the finals and win the championship and Finals MVP. It has
youngest
been done before.
player to
It
win
has
Finals
been done
MVP as
before.
well.
So it is tough seeing a player of that caliber.
He
go
also
out
went to
there
Toronto for 1 year,
and won a
dominated and won a championship. If he could just win one with the
I'll
Clippers,
never forget
It'd be the-
that shot that he put on Philadelphia. I'll never forget that shot. I remember watching that shot. That shit was crazy.
It's almost like he willed it into the basket.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
he's the force.
That what he did, I can believe it.
Kawhi
It's the
Leonard's a
same
fucking
shit
Jedi.
that fucking Tiger Woods used whenever he had that chip. Do you know what I'm talking? He chipped it onto the green and then like it went to the hole.
And then
it
it just
stopped.
like
It literally stopped.
stopped,
You
and
could
then it
watch the
kept
ball
going,
stop,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden, 3 seconds later, it's not like, how the fuck does that happen? Just like that fucking
The
same
ball
shot
got
off
too
the
heavy on the
Ryan
grass.
Powers. Tiger Woods back in the bushes.
No. It was a glitch. It was a glitch in the matrix. It was a glitch in the matrix. Yep. It was just at that moment it happened. But yeah, he said it's going to be some interesting playoffs.
I still
do
think
like
the
it.
Bucks win it all.
I went back
I
and
see
forth,
them having
man.
the easiest. I see them having the easiest way to get there.
They do. I've seen the hot hand change several times.
Yeah.
I thought the Nuggets were going to get it for a second. I thought the Grizzlies were going to get it for a second. And the
I-
Bucks.
The Grizzlies have fallen off,
But
man.
the Bucks have the easiest path.
I don't know
The Bucks
how-
are going to the
I don't know
championship.
how the Grizzlies still.
I
stay in the
I think it's gonna be Golden State and the Bucks.
Golden State is the 6th. That would be fucking wild. But they can do it. They have.
But
the
they can do it.
Have the pedigree.
Yeah.
They're upsetting the first team they play. I don't know who it's going to be.
Skills.
Yeah, it is. Because they don't win shit.
Yeah.
No,
They
It would
probably-
be interesting to see.
When's the
They'll
last time
probably
the
lose
Kings-
the first game to the Kings, not expecting it
What,
to come out the gate like
since,
that. But
since Chris Webber and Vlade Divac were there, they
Right,
probably
they
made
did.
the playoffs.
yeah,
It's been a minute.
It's been a hot
they've
minute
been talking about them moving to Sacramento
for a long time.
just because they don't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no market there.
No, you would think there would be.
I truly
where they're
forget
at.
that they're even a basketball team half the time.
Yeah, because they're a non-factor.
Well, it's because most of the people who live around there are Golden State
Yeah.
fans.
It's also true.
So I can see them moving to a different city.
Go to Vegas.
Probably.
Go to
That's
Vegas.
the most logical spot. I can
Go
see
to
Vegas.
Vegas.
I can see Louisville because they don't have a professional team, and people in Kentucky actually like sports, but they have no professional teams. Salt Lake's doing the MLB thing. Kansas City.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kansas City doesn't have a basketball team. There's a few random spots. There's a couple cities in Canada that could probably. Vancouver's big enough.
Yeah.
Hey, get that shit out of here. We already have too many Canadians.
Montreal. There's different spots. I mean, fucking New York is big enough to have 3 teams. Are we kidding around with ourselves?
I mean, no, because
So it's
where,
Texas.
And
where could you
Yeah.
where could you put the
Austin?
stadium?
To have
So
Austin,
now you're
San-
gonna have all the teams running out of Madison.
to have
No,
a
no, no.
three-way New York City rivalry.
The Knicks
That
and
would
the,
be crazy.
the Knicks and the Islanders are the only New
That'd be
York teams
cool.
who actually play in New York. Everybody else plays in New
In
Jersey.
Jersey.
They
MetLife
can't
Stadium.
fucking fit anything in
MetLife
there.
Stadium is technically it's
East Rutherford,
Yeah.
New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
That's funny.
Also, extremely shitty stadium.
Woohoo! Go Jersey!
Haha, go Arlington Cowboys. How about that?
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
bullshit.
We the
Put that shit in
Arlington
fucking
You know,
Dallas.
Dallas Cowboys have never actually been in Dallas.
Closest there was in Irving.
Irving.
Yeah.
They're never in
They never
Dallas.
played in the Cotton Bowl.
They probably,
Maybe in the very beginning.
They probably have in the beginning.
Not to my knowledge. I don't know.
Yeah, they had to have. They had
Spencer's
to
knowledge
play.
cannot be tested. Go ahead and talk all over the.
Yeah, they had to. They had to have been. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure in the beginning they probably played in the
College
Cotton Bowl
playoffs.
until the.
The Cowboys played college teams.
Yeah,
It's a scrimmage.
that's how we get them Super Bowls, baby. Get out there and get them dubs. But yeah, no,
They did. They played in the Cotton Bowl from 60 to 71.
is that what it is?
You
Okay.
fucking liar.
Yep.
I said
That's
to my knowledge.
So your
That's
knowledge
11
is fucking
years.
wrong.
That's 11 years, motherfucker. That's in Dallas.
And I also said I'm not sure to my knowledge. I don't think they have.
That is in Dallas. That is in Dallas.
Fair Park, Dallas, Texas.
Yep.
All right, there we go. So they started off
And
in
then they
Dallas.
played in Texas Stadium,
Yep. For a while.
which was in Irvine.
And you can still.
Scott's dad's got a piece of it that he paid
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount.
You can still see the area where the old stadium was. You
Yeah,
can
it's
drive by right now. All that it's used as, I think it's used as like a yard for like train equipment.
Hey, you know what turn those hats back was? The shadow is crazy on those face. That is better.
Still look like a bitch.
You didn't do anything.
Got him there.
Now hit me and run.
Turn it back.
Hit me and
He
run.
said it was
I
fun.
called you a
That
bitch.
just
Hit
looks
me and
weird.
run. Hit me now run.
That just looks weird.
You even run like a bitch.
Just, hey, I'm just parking my fucking 18-wheeler. You got a shower?
Where's my ticket?
We're the lot lizards.
I was gonna say-
They out
I
there.
heard there's a lot of this
Yeah.
out here. I'm gonna say it pretty quiet so you don't got to turn me in. If there ain't nothing here, you just blink with your left eye. But if there's something here, you blink with your right.
Oh my god.
Can I get some tater wedges, please?
That's fucking.
Yeah, it was Grub Daddy.
The fights this weekend were good.
They were.
Fights this week were good.
It wasn't good. It wasn't
They were
good.
good fights.
So what was it? It was.
You had Masvidal losing his last fight in the
Here,
UFC.
you know, start from the bottom. Start from the bottom. You had the. You had what was it? What's that dude's? Rosas Jr., the young kid,
The
the
18-year-old.
18-year-old.
See,
He ended up losing to Christian Rodriguez. But the
yeah.
thing was, Christian Rodriguez was a veteran. That was the big deciding factor of that
He
fight.
had like what, 15 plus fights or something.
No. They both had about the same amount of fights. Rodriguez was 9-1, and Raul was 7-1. But after the fight, it was before the fight. It was 6-0 versus 8-1.
I like the Raul kid though,
So.
and he's only 18. That's the crazy thing
he's
is,
going to
he's
get
going to
better.
get so much fucking better, and he's
going to get
18.
better, yeah.
So he's probably gonna grow a little bit as well,
He's
and,
gonna
and
fill-
probably get a little bit
He's
bigger.
going to fill
and-
out his body. His body
Yeah.
is not young.
Did I
he's
hear
not
something
young.
about a barely legal 18-year-old who
Yeah.
fill out their body?
Yep. And dominate everybody.
So there's an 18-year-old. Did he lose?
Yeah.
This is his first
Was it
loss.
close?
It's hard to say because
He
That's
won
the
the
youngest
first
person I've
round,
ever heard of.
he gassed himself out in the first round.
but he did win.
Like
that
you'd
round.
expect an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
So he was he balls to the wall. And
Oh yeah, like
Because it was a
yeah.
lot of it was him going for.
takedowns.
Well, no, it wasn't the takedowns. It was the chokes. It was him trying to choke the guy out. He burnt himself out.
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
he burnt the
lay
ball his
chokes
energy
on
trying
him.
to choke his ass out.
That's
He
where
did go
most
for a
of
lot of
his
takedowns,
energy.
but he only
But,
threw like 9 strikes at him.
Yeah.
That was the crazy
Yeah,
thing.
he
threw
didn't
9
make
strikes.
those-
All ground game.
Yeah, he was trying to make it. He
was home
trying to
dude.
make it.
Home dude beat the fuck
Yeah.
out of his face.
Beat him up. His takedown
But-
defense
but
was
for
great.
He was not ready.
But well, no. Well,
It's hard to say because
where he's at 18 in the competition in the UFC,
he's fine.
He's on a
He
good
can-
path. He's
He
good.
can make it. He can make it as a UFC
and
fighter.
that's the crazy
He
part
just
is
it's
he's
his
only
it's his
18.
fighting mentality. He has to get that right.
Is it gonna take him 50 fights and get his head bashed in to learn?
No,
No, but
I think this one will change him.
yeah,
completely.
I
His
think
next
this
fight
one
will
will be
be
an
completely
eye opener
different.
for him.
I wonder if his coach is gonna going in. Like, he's probably gonna get his ass pulled. He's probably gonna be
No,
too aggressive.
no. I bet they thought he was going to win that fight because, in all honesty, he probably could have won that fight. He
Based off
could
the
have won.
energy alone, like just
Well,
determination.
yeah, because he in the beginning, like I said, if
He almost had him in the first round.
if he
so he
were
wasn't
to-
mature enough to be tactical.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
as the
Once
whole
he-
dude,
yeah.
as the other guy he fought was extremely patient. He was very patient, and once he figured out that Rosa was gas, it was done. He was balls to the wall. He
Well, he didn't go balls.
So
to the
Buddy
wall.
was playing checkers.
he
and
just-
somebody playing chess.
Pretty much, yeah. He just
That's
he
where that
made him
experience
he
comes
made
in,
him
that
tire
being in those
himself out,
situations.
and all he did was just his. It was his defense is what was good. Raul was trying to do everything possible to choke him, tap him, do whatever, and Buddy's just
Did what he's supposed to do.
It's also Rosa. He has not been in a fight where he was in this situation yet.
Okay.
So this is his first fight being put in that situation. So I think it will change going forward. He'll learn, be able to go back, watch the fight, and be like, all right. So this is.
hopefully.
So he's somebody to keep an eye on.
Oh yes, I
he's
think
worth-
so for
he's
sure.
worth-
Yeah,
he's worth keeping an eye on.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. 18's crazy. I've never heard of anybody starting out.
It's the
flat out
youngest.
gay.
It's the youngest ever.
Wow.
So
You can't get younger.
well, no.
He's right. So, damn.
Then the next fight was the Kevin Holland fight. That was a good one.
That Holland fight was- that Holland fight was-
What weight class was the 18-year-old?
They were bantamweight.
Yeah.
Bantamweight. And
It's not
then
super popular.
yeah. Then Kevin Holland and Santiago, I can't say his fucking name. Ponsic
Holland knocked
Oh
him out.
shit.
it's hard.
Holland
to
knocked
read.
him out, right? That's what,
Yeah,
yeah.
TKO.
Yeah.
TKO KO. Yeah, he knocked him out, and that was it. Now,
I can't even see it.
I can't either. In the beginning, it didn't. It looked a little sketchy for him. It looked a little
Yeah.
sketchy, but
It's like Ponzinibbio?
yeah, I can tell
I
you.
can't see it.
But Holland, he came ready to play. He was ready to fight. That was what that one did that was what that was
First,
in
second
the no that went it went to the third round. It was in the third round, the third minute, the third round.
Left in the third round.
Yeah, but before that, it was tied 1-1. It was 1 to Holland and then 1 to
Yeah.
whoever the fuck that guy is. But yeah, it was Holland really. Once Holland got comfortable, you saw him take it to him. Like it was just he just started pouring it on, and there was nothing Buddy could do. He was he was not ready. Yes, but that was a good. I like that
And
one.
then you had the Masvidal fight, which
Not yet. You're almost there. I
thought Masvidal was after.
Nope, it was the Rob Font and Adrian Yanez. Is that what it is? Yeah, Yanez.
That one was a knockout as well, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was the.
Almost
that was
all
the,
of these fights
that
were
was
knockouts.
That was the. Rob Font was. He was the. He was the dude that had the big fucking hands.
Oh!
That was that fight.
Those
Yeah,
dude's
bro.
hands were literally
Dude looked, yeah, it
Gloves.
looked
They were
like he was
huge.
holding an apple when he had the gloves on. Like when you saw them stand next to each other fighting and like they had their gloves up, you could tell there was a distinct difference between their hand sizes.
That's
It was- bro,
that's
it
a
was-
variable that people don't think about, but that fucking matters.
No, it played a factor.
It
It,
did.
played a
It
factor.
Glove per hand.
Because he knocked home dude out.
He
He
did.
knocked him out.
knocked them smooth
Yeah,
out.
that's
Yeah.
gonna play in.
He knocked them smooth out because that was a good that was supposed to be like his tough fight, and that's what was crazy. And it was a first round fucking knockout.
Yeah.
Like that was supposed to be like, oh, let's see if Rob Font can keep doing what he's doing. Let's see if he can stay on this hot streak. He fucking stayed on that hot
He
streak.
knocked that dude the fuck out.
He stayed on that hot streak. It was that was a good fight. I really enjoyed it because it was weird seeing because what they were bantamweight as well. So that's the Paul Rosas and the Christian Rodriguez, the first fight. That's their weight class.
Okay. So where are all those dudes at in the weight class? Are they gonna face each other?
They can eventually, but Font now
Were they ranked?
him and Giannis were ranked. They were the two.
After the
that-
Kubu?
Yeah.
Is Rosa not ranked at all?
No, he's not. He's too young. He can't be ranked. There's no way he ain't fought enough fights. It's just like Sean O'Malley. You know how many fights it took Sean O'Malley until
I
he
think
got
at this
ranked?
point they're hoeing Sean O'Malley.
That-
That's what I think.
That's Dana White.
Dana White's doing the same thing to
Dana-
O'Malley that he did to Nate Diaz.
And that's
He's
what
doing that shit on
yeah.
purpose.
Dana White sucks. I don't like Dana
A little
White
bit.
at all.
A little bit.
I hate him.
I don't mind Dana
Seems a
White.
little douche.
He is very douchey.
Dude,
But
imagine someone who was in control of the UFC who wasn't a complete narcissist and was actually
Yeah.
more interested in the UFC than Dana White. He's more interested in Dana White than anything else.
that is very
Actually
true.
accurate.
That's very
Yes.
true.
It's very
So
true.
imagine someone who
Who
was
just
just
wanted
like
to see the
super
sport
gung
progress.
ho UFC and
Bro, if
wanted to do everything.
I don't know if I can fight, but I want to see people fight.
Imagine
Dana
if
White
Joe
thinks he can
Rogan-
probably fight.
if
Oh,
Joe
yeah, he probably
Rogan
does.
was
I mean,
that-
maybe
that
he
makes
fights his wife.
Damn.
He says,
Go ahead, Jonathan.
We all saw that.
Damn.
Jonathan's not wrong.
You're not.
And then he just apologized, but who's he got to worry about? Him kicking himself out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can get on to Jorge. That was the
You mean George?
the Gilbert Burns and Jorge.
That still was a good fight.
No, he was George that fight.
it was-
That's the one fight. I
Masvidal
saw
was just
highlights
old
of.
and done, and that was his last
It-
fight.
it
He
was-
knew that, and
It was hard. It was hard to watch it because you could see Masvidal a step behind. It was
That's the one fight I did see highlights.
it was
Yes.
completely.
they
It
hit
seemed
him. They caught up to him.
it
Bro.
seemed too one sided. That was the big problem.
That's
But he did stay in there. He
Oh
did
yeah,
get
yeah,
knocked
no,
out. I give
but
him that.
that's Jorge.
He took some fucking.
Jorge's
lick.
going
Oh.
to do that.
that's probably the
that's
best
Jorge.
career a street fighter could ask for.
Yeah, 100%.
No, yeah,
100%.
yeah, absolutely.
He had some highlight moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on top of the
Fastest
he was on-
knockout in UFC history.
Exactly. He was on top of the world for a second.
Yep.
Most street fighters could not ask for more.
Nope.
He came up with Kimbo.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
It got bigger than Kimbo.
he did.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, I mean, I give Jorge his respect. Jorge did fight a long time. What did he have? What, 35 wins and 17 losses?
What, 40 years
That's
old?
a-
52 fucking fights.
That's a
That's
lot of
wild.
fucking fights.
And he
so-
fought so many street fights before
Yeah,
that.
before
Might
that.
have been
So
like-
he already had punishment
He's been
before coming in.
Banging for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I give
Give
him
him his
I give him
flowers.
his props. I give him his dues. He did.
Give him
It
his
just
flowers, dog.
it just sucked to see him go out that way because like it.
You want to see him go out on top, right?
Well, no, not even on top. I wanted it to be competitive.
Yeah. Well,
That was
that's
more
what I
that
mean.
was more of my thing.
Yeah,
It
because
just,
it wasn't a hardness. It was a
No,
unanimous
like it was-
decision.
yeah, there
Like,
was
you,
no-
you
there was
didn't
no-
sit around.
there was
Cowboy.
no like oh yeah
You're like,
in
dude,
a
this
sense.
is fucking sad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. To
Well,
watch a
same
fighter
thing.
of that caliber and you see
Yeah.
him grow up in the UFC and then to watch him lose like this, it just sucked
Yeah.
to see that.
Chuck
But I
Liddell
mean,
was the same thing.
it's how it goes in the UFC. I mean, it's a combat sport. I mean, you're literally out there fighting somebody.
The
So
drop
that's
off in the UFC is real.
yeah.
Yes.
There's a definite drop off for sure.
And it
It's just
happens
how
quicker
long
than
can you
they realize.
sustain? Because I mean, even then, I mean, if you want to say, you can say Nate Diaz is starting to lose a step.
Nate Diaz retired from UFC. He's done with UFC.
Yeah.
Speaking of Diaz, he is fighting
Oh my
August
God,
9th.
I fucking saw that.
Jake Paul in Dallas. We can go
I'm
and
not
watch
going
Nate
to.
Diaz.
I'm not watching
I
these
don't
fake
wanna
ass
watch
fucking
Jake
I'm
fights.
not
Paul.
going to
I
that.
don't want to
I'm-
watch Jake
I'm-
Paul do
They're
anything.
fake.
I'm 100% watching.
They're fake.
I'll watch the fight, but I'm not
I'll watch
going
it.
to go.
I'm not gonna
watch
pay
it.
Jake Paul is a
I'm
fake
not gonna pay
fighter.
for it. I'm not gonna watch.
First
They're
of
not
all,
real.
those tickets are going to be expensive.
Those
Oh yeah.
fights are not real. You're gonna tell me that his brother went toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather? Kiss my fucking ass. No.
Yeah,
No.
I think it's. I
He
think it's
did.
fake.
Technically speaking, he did.
Everything else.
Realistically, no, the fuck he
everything-
didn't.
Yeah.
No,
Everything
the
else
fuck
that
he
the
did.
Paul brothers do is a scam.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't this be too?
It
Everything
is.
else they do.
Everybody
is a
gets
scam.
paid, so why the fuck? Ben Askren didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They don't give a. Everybody's getting paid, so
Since
who
the,
cares?
since
It's
the Ben
scam.
Askren fight,
They're gonna make
I
great
just,
politicians one day, unfortunately.
it's just
They
I
will.
just gotta,
They'll
One of them will probably.
I like the last
They
fight.
will
Yeah,
run for
Furious.
office.
One of them
I
will
did.
probably be president.
Yeah.
When our kids are growing up, they'll be like, "I'm voting for Logan Paul." I'll be like, "You're a fucking idiot."
he's a great
It's gonna happen.
I'm like, you don't know Logan Paul. I know Logan Paul.
So is it still fake if Nate Diaz gets in and knocks him out? No, I don't think it'll happen.
Here's the only way I will think it's real is if Nate Diaz goes in there and knocks him the fuck out.
Because,
Yeah.
I mean, those
If it's
the
not then it's
reputation
fake.
those Diaz brothers
Sorry.
have, I don't see Nate Diaz being like, yeah, I'll just sign up for
They've done plenty of like deep diving into both of those guys' fights and like slow motioning and stuff, and like you can see the dudes they're fighting like literally turning all the way like this before they get hit. It's like, oh,
Bro, when I watched the Tyron Woodley fight, it made me upset because you can literally see.
you watch the dude.
You can
He knew
literally
it was
see
coming.
him do this.
He knew it was
Why the
coming.
fuck would you drop your hand? If you already had your guard up, what would make you drop your hand?
'Cause he
Since
knew it was
then,
coming.
it's been fake since
That was
then.
part of the plan.
I don't think it's
It's
fake.
been
but,
fake
yeah.
since then. I mean, it just seemed too
It's
weird.
I find it hard to believe that some of these guys are Woodley being
He had his
one of the
hands up.
greatest pound for pound.
If
If
he
you
just
want,
dropped his hand like
you
this.
want, you can watch the
And
video
I've seen it
right
1,000
now.
times. I've seen it 1,000
And he
times.
closes his eyes.
No, I'm not. I'm
Like he's in,
What-
he's
what-
waiting for
what-
something to
what-
go.
I
What
just-
fighter would do that?
Somebody
I
who's
don't see some of
gonna
these
get paid.
dudes just being like, yeah, I'll just get knocked the fuck out like that.
They're getting paid
Yeah,
more
they
than
got
ever
paid.
did
Yeah,
before.
they got paid way more money.
And
Bro,
it's easy.
Bro, you saw Tyron Woodley's eyes change when Jake gave him that Rolex.
It's fine.
His entire
You think it's
demeanor
I don't think it's
changed.
fake.
How do you not think it's fake?
I don't think it's fake.
Why?
I don't think Jake Paul is a great
So they're
fighter
that
by any
good.
means.
So how are they beating people who know how to fight?
Well, Ben Askren was a year removed from a hip replacement, out of shape, and
Ben
retired.
Askren was also-
Showed up just to get paid. He knew he was going to get fucked up, got rocked. Tyron Woodley hasn't fought in years.
Floyd Mayweather against Logan Paul. That was real.
Yeah, I would
Logan
say
Paul's
it's
that
crazy.
good.
Logan Paul is
It's
So
not
he's
that
that good.
It's not that he's that good.
He
It's
went
not
toe
that,
to toe with the best fighter
it's
in
not that
history.
he's that good. It's just that he lasted the 8 rounds.
8 rounds. Some dude who's a YouTuber who's in just a good shape.
But they are athletes. People
They're-
forget that. They
How
are
are they
athletes.
How?
They're collegiate athletes. They
Well,
both.
I don't know if
They're
Jake was. I don't know
athletes.
if Jake
How?
was. I know Logan was. I don't think. I didn't know if
Collegiate.
Jake
I don't
was.
even give a fuck if they were. Top tier collegiate athletes are not going toe to toe with the elite. He's the best boxer of all time.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
And he went 8 rounds with them.
I don't think it's insane.
I don't even think it's
I don't think it's
Spence.
That's fine. Y'all have
Now,
the
I will
reasons
say-
why, and I don't.
Spence.
I
I
don't
will
think it's
say.
crazy.
I will say this. I'm not defending Spencer, but because of the size difference, yes, I can believe he can go 8
Yes.
rounds with him.
I
But that's
don't
only
think
that's
you know.
only because
Not
of the
even for a
size
second.
difference.
Y'all
That's
aren't
only
even,
because
y'all
of the
aren't
size.
even considering the fact that everything Logan does is made up. It's meant to look this way, but behind the scenes, it's this way.
I
That's
am
why he. That's why he.
fully
does-
aware of that.
That's why he does
puts
so
on
great
face
wrestling.
for everything.
That's why he does so great wrestling.
There you go. Stick with that.
That's
But
so great
whenever
wrestling.
whenever you're fake boxing someone, I don't like that. No one likes that.
Such a honor over there. It's my man. Yeah, I just
I can't.
I'll
Yeah.
watch it. I'll watch it for the entertainment factor. It's just like I watch.
So Nate Diaz
KSI's
knocks him the
fight.
fuck out.
Eventually, that's not going to happen because everybody wants to get
But what if it
paid.
does happen?
It won't happen first
But what if
round.
it does happen?
It won't.
It won't though.
Because everybody wants to get paid. If any of these dudes knock the balls out first round, none of this ever happens for anybody else. Nobody gives a fuck.
That's very true.
Nobody cares.
No, I don't think he's gonna.
If they
knock him
don't-
out. Yeah, I think it'll
listen,
just go
if-
the distance.
If they don't, and
Because
if they goes the distance,
you
they
can't
get
knock
paid,
them.
and then other people get paid, and the Pauls get paid. Everybody wins as long as they get to.
You know how much clout he'll get for
Bro.
knocking a Diaz brother out?
He's not knocking Nate Diaz
There's
out.
no,
That's not even remotely.
there's no incentive for anybody to
Hey,
actually.
this the guy you're supposed to be cheering for.
There's no incentive for them to
I'm
actually
cheering for
fight
Nate
him.
Diaz. I'm rooting for Nate
This nigga
Diaz.
over here, why are you defending Jake?
There's no.
I just said I don't think it's fake. I'm not
Spencer,
defending him.
There's no incentive for them to actually fight them, the Pauls. There's no incentive for anybody to actually fight them and go full fledged. Everything I got, everything I know
Well,
against
well,
you.
the only
There's no
incentive.
incentive.
The only
There's
incentive.
no
is money.
incentive. But
The
then it's
money is
done.
the incentive.
But then it's done.
You get in there, you fight, you get paid.
If they pay you enough, there's no. That doesn't matter.
So what do you mean? What are you saying?
If they didn't pay Tyron Woodley enough, they didn't pay Brent Askren enough, nobody else is going to fight him that's notable, number one.
Yeah,
Number two,
Yeah,
nobody's
but
going
that's-
to waste their time. They're going to go, I'm going to knock this dude out and he's
that's
never
what
going to fight
Jake Paul
again.
does.
And
though. Jake
I
Paul
firmly
throws
think
enough money at
None
him
of
for him
Jake
to do
Paul's
it.
Exactly.
fights except for Tommy Fury were notable. Tommy Fury's the only actual boxer that he fought.
And he's not even, he's not even
good.
that notable.
I mean, the only notable one I guess you can say would be the
Woodley.
the Silva fight.
I forgot he fought Silva. He did fight Silva.
Exactly. Dude, this is fucking, that's fucking.
That's the only one I can
The
say.
best
He
fight
fights
is
guys that
Silva.
are retired and don't fight
that's-
anymore.
but that's-
But the best fight he
so
had was
good.
against an amateur
But
boxer.
that's Jake Paul's MO. He
What?
does
I
all fight.
get
Because
this.
it's
It's
his-
his I understand it's his
His
to
best-
fight these these retired fighters.
It's a marketing
I just-
ploy.
So he's,
Yeah, I
he's
just
lost
don't
the
think it's
fight,
fake,
right?
though.
He's lost the fight, right? Who did
Yeah.
he lose to? The one person who's an amateur fighter. Everybody else has been a professional fighter for
He's a
a very
professional
long
fighter.
time.
Well, they've also fight differently because you have to think. Ben Askren was a wrestler.
He
Tyron
was.
Woodley
Not a
was a
striker.
wrestler. Anderson Silva, he was more of a striker, but he was more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu than anything.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing. I'm gonna fight somebody believable.
And you have
if
to
I
think.
go against a top tier boxer, I'm getting murdered.
Silva,
I'm not saying I take it
Silva has
seriously.
most
I'm not
of his-
saying I take
he
it
has most of
seriously.
his knockouts
And I
in
think
his
he's
legs.
amazing by any means. I just think it's fake.
I seen the poster of him in your room. What do you mean?
You got it framed.
I
Right?
have it above my bed. It's what I wake up to every morning.
He got a painted canvas of this man.
Until he fights Ryan Garcia, it's fake.
He'll never be able to fight Ryan Garcia.
Exactly, because he's gonna die.
He's too big to fight Ryan.
Yeah,
They don't even say
he'll
weight
never
class.
be able to.
I don't give a fuck. Ryan Garcia's too goddamn fast for him to even see what the fuck is coming. Fight him. You're so much bigger. Fight him.
He does have a good fight coming up there, Garcia.
Oh, him and Spence.
Yes.
I actually want to watch that because that's a real.
I wouldn't mind
That's a
watching that
really good
because
fight.
I don't mind.
Take
And
out-
I like Garcia's
take out the good-
view on it. He's
Take out the good part. It's a real fight.
Yes.
yeah. It doesn't have to be
real.
a great fight for it to not be fake.
But it's real.
It is a real fight.
I like real fights.
They are all real fights.
Now, just
Technically
so,
speaking, they are real fights.
just so
Yeah.
we can go ahead and jump back and finish out this
Oh,
UFC recap.
is
but-
he's awesome.
But we got
Big
Izzy,
trap knockout.
the fucking style bender, going back out and winning his belt back.
That's my
Now,
dog.
that was,
Baiting, trapping,
bro, that
and
was
knocking
a-
him the
that
fuck
was
out
a
with
wild
a
fight.
beautiful
They're fighting
1-2
again.
combo.
They gotta fight again.
Yes, they do have to fight.
It won't be until because
I don't know when. I'm just saying.
Per-
they have
yeah, yeah.
They have to.
Pereira,
Eventually.
he'll have to beat whoever's ranked number 1 right now. If it was, because and that was the only thing because
Well,
Izzy
unless Izzy just says, "Fuck it, let's run it back."
he won't. Izzy already told him
He
in his closing interview. Izzy already said he's not going to do that because
Until they
Izzy,
do this one,
Izzy already well no because so this is what it was. Izzy already ran through the trenches to get the belt.
Yeah.
Pereira's probably
He has been solidified as the champ for multiple fights.
Yeah.
He
for a
loses
long
it.
time.
He loses it this one time. He gets his rematch.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a rematch in his clause, even though he was the new champion. He'll have to go back. I mean, not in a sense like it's not like he's going back to number 10 and have to fight his way back up. He will probably move to number 2 and have to fight number 1 to get his rematch.
Yes.
Dan White can literally be like,
No,
"Me too," or
you
whatever.
can't.
Yes, you can.
Well, he.
Look it up. Look it up before you
He's-
argue. Look it
He's
up.
right, but
Yes,
he probably won't.
Yes.
He probably
I know I'm right. You can look it up. Dan
Yeah,
White
but
can literally be like, "Hey,
but that's
y'all agree on this contract. You agree on this contract. We're gonna run it back."
That's
They probably
the,
won't.
you can say that with anything. You can say fucking Roger Goodell could do the same fucking thing. That's what you're saying. That is.
It would be better for
He's not.
Pereira to
It's not
fight-
like he's dropping down to 10. He's gonna drop to
But-
1 or 2.
Yes, but he's not going to get
So
that.
therefore-
He's not going to get that rematch.
They literally
He's not going-
could make it happen.
They're not going to
They'll
though.
probably what probably will happen is Pereira will fight the number 1 challenger, and the winner of that will face it.
He's the number 1 challenger.
Technically speaking,
He's gonna have to
yes.
fight the 2 or 3
Technically
guys.
speaking, yes, but they'll
But-
probably have to build it up.
But if they
and find somebody
agree,
else.
it's not too crazy. If they agree to run it back, all Dana White has to do is give it the green light.
But,
Like,
the
boom,
thing
run it
is
back.
that you can't, in a sense,
Oh,
for
we don't like
fighting,
that
you can't do
Yeah,
that.
they do.
Because
Yes, he can. He can
because
do
if
that.
you did that,
Emphasis
then
on
Izzy will have his rematch again.
Emphasis on
Then
dick.
who is Izzy fighting?
Out of the word dick.
They're just gonna keep rematching and okay, you hold. No, you hold. No, you hold.
That's not the point of it. That's not the point of it. The point is, first of all, these 2 guys, to determine who's better than who, they have to fight one more time. They have to. You absolutely have to.
Yeah.
So,
Pereira.
but there's
needs
nobody
to-
for Pereira to fight to prove that he needs to fight somebody else to fight. Is he? There's nobody. There's not a single fucking person.
You're not wrong.
So as
But
long
I mean,
as
but there might
these
be-
2 agree to terms on the contract with Dana White,
He's not going. Izzy already said he's not going to do that.
hey, you can say whatever you want to when you're in the ring after you just won. Yeah, he's probably gonna take a break for a few months. I wouldn't doubt it. Those 2 beat the shit out of each other.
So
I wouldn't think it's too crazy to think in the next few months, boom, oh look at these 2 fighting again.
They're not gonna fight again this year. They won't fight again this year. I mean, the way Dana White does it, there's no way they'd fight again this year. And that's just because what Dana White does. Dana White tries to pull every dollar he can out
Joe
of
Rogan needs to be
Shields.
the head of the UFC.
You're not wrong. That would be very. I would love that if Joe Rogan became the sole owner of UFC. That would be fucking insane.
And he's so
Because he-
well loved by all fighters.
He opened a new.
Are you saying you would not want to see Robert Whitaker versus Alex Pereira?
I'm not. I didn't say I wouldn't want to see something else.
But that's
That's
what
I'm
it would
just
be.
I'm just
That's what
saying.
it
That's what it would be.
Robert Whitaker versus.
I'm
Alex
just saying it is possible that those two run it back. It like literally all that has to happen
but not
is they have to
immediately,
agree.
though. Like
on a
yes,
contract.
yes, they're going to fight again, but it's not going to be immediately. Not like how this was. Not like how this rematch was. That's not going to happen.
We'll see. All I'm saying is it's possible and it's not too crazy.
I mean,
Izzy is
anything
number
is
5
possible.
pound for
Just ask Kevin Garnett.
Anything is possible.
Thank you. but that's what I'm saying though. Like, if you look at it from a business standpoint, it makes no sense for them to go back and rematch again. Because if he ends up winning it again, what's going to happen?
Let's run it back again.
So you're going to
Ooh.
send. You're going to make Izzy fight Robert Whitaker? No. Why would you do that?
He'll
That
just
makes-
fight the.
But that's
He's
what I'm
the
saying,
champion.
though.
He's only going to fight the person that's challenging him. That's it. Izzy's not fighting anybody else other than somebody that's challenging him for that belt. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. Pereira doesn't need to fight anybody else to prove that he's a challenger. He's literally number one guy outside of him.
So Whitaker's not.
Number two.
But Whitaker's number one. The only reason he moved down was because he lost. Is
Yes,
that what
sir.
you're
I don't
saying?
think they've updated the rankings yet, but I'm saying that's who it would be. I don't know. if
Pereira's
he's
gonna be
number
one.
two.
He's gonna be one.
If he is, then that's just.
But Whitaker and him don't have to fight. Literally, as much money as they just made off of last weekend, yes, they could. Dana White could be like, hey.
But it would
so
be
fucking-
odd for Whitaker and Pereira to fight.
They literally
and
just
then
ran this one back
if
after a
Pereira
few
and
months.
Izzy fought again. That means Pereira would have fought 3 times in the time that Izzy fought once. That is kind of strange.
Say that again.
It's not really a good way to do that. So if Whitaker and Pereira fought, and then say Pereira won, and then he fought Izzy, that means Pereira would have fought 3 times in the time that Izzy fought once. That's kind of
It
odd.
only
too.
fought twice.
No, because he fought him now, lost, then fought Whitaker.
And then he's
and
fighting
won,
Izzy
and then
again,
fought
which
Izzy
would be the
again.
third fight. Izzy's only had to fight
Third.
one time.
That would be kind of
Yeah,
odd.
that's being the champ.
But that's kind of odd though. I mean,
That's what's happened though. That's every champion in UFC has done the same. Go back and look at John Jones. John Jones did
What's
the
gonna
same
bring in
thing.
more money?
middleweight just needs more.
You're not that. That's more
that's,
of what it is
That's
than
true.
anything.
That's true.
That's
And
more of what it is than
literally those 3
anything.
dudes
It is
and
way too
Paulo
top
Costa.
heavy. It's way too top heavy. You don't have enough people fighting for the belt. So that's what I'm saying. He's not going to be like, oh no, you take it. No, I'm gonna take it. No, you take it. No, I'm gonna take it.
No, but
you
from a
can't.
business standpoint, if Dana White looking at it from a business from a
But that-
business
Basically,
standpoint,
those 2 dudes.
they're gonna make the most money off them rematch.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Izzy is the biggest thing in UFC. There's nobody bigger in UFC than Izzy.
John Jones.
Because he came back.
Yes.
Who was holding it down before John Jones came back?
Is he that off the last couple fights,
Yeah, because he lost the belt. But before then,
man? Usman.
Yeah, he
Ngan-
just
but
he
then
quit
he-
Ngannou.
but that was
Nagano.
if you want to say that's
Left the
one. That's
UFC,
1A
so-
and 1B.
Which I would have loved to hear
Which-
Nagano and Jones.
Right now, Izzy is 5th pound for pound ranking. John
Of all
Jones.
time.
No, like currently.
Okay.
John Jones is 1. Alexander Volkanovski is 2. Islam Makhachev is 3. Leon Edwards is 4. Izzy's 5. Usman
Damn,
6.
they got Edwards at 4. Shit.
Pereira's 9.
I mean, I guess the only guy that could fight him was no longer there. So.
Leon Edwards versus Usman. That was a big fight.
Yeah. And it was only crazy because Edwards won.
That's why he's 4.
Yeah.
Dude won. So the victor goes spoiled.
Who was number 1? Volkanovski?
John Jones.
John
John
Jones.
Jones,
Volkanovski.
and then Volkanovski.
Then Volkanovski.
Yeah, John Jones is number 1 pound for pound ranked right now.
Didn't Volkanovski lose? But I think he went up in class though. Whoever he fought.
Last fight,
It was one of the fucking
Makachev.
yeah.
Yeah, he did lose to
That's
Makachev.
right. That's
But
right.
he's still ranked ahead.
But the thing was
Volkanovski's 2, Makachev's 3.
the Makachev fight, that was Volkanovski was showing how to beat that guy because
He did. He just made a bad. He made a bad.
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
bad
Yeah,
moves.
that's why he's so retired. It's one of those things. Well, how did he lose? Like,
he
you
couldn't-
know what I mean? Like,
he in all honesty, he probably if the fight would have gone like a fight, he probably would have won it. If it wasn't a wrestling match, it'd probably be different.
I forgot people will make regular cans. I'm so used to seeing the fucking.
That's a
skinny
20
ones.
ounce or 16 ounce.
I'm so used to seeing the
The
skinny ones.
slims.
I forgot they made regular ass cans. I had to.
But yeah, I did not know Volkanovski was number 2 pound.
but his bait trap and knockout was
Oh, yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
disgusting. That
It-
was so fucking badass.
I don't understand.
I mean, he was still getting rocked while he was setting it up.
Yeah, but I mean
Like-
that's what you're doing though. You have to make him
But that
think
combo
that,
he gave him, ooh,
Right, he gave me the
God.
quickest 1-2 I've seen in the UFC. I mean,
And clean too. They were clean contact 1-2. Like
That shit
it was
came with a
fast.
motherfucking biscuit.
it did.
Yeah.
It was down there on the ground choking on it. And he had that Popeyes motherfucking
That
biscuit.
fucking concrete.
Hell yeah.
Hell.
Because he hit him what? He hit him nose to with the 1-2, and then he hit him
Hit him
twice
1-2.
again on his way down, and then hammer fisted him right in the
But he was already out before that.
yeah.
He was already out before that. Yeah, it just the biggest thing with Izzy was so you know he's attacking your lead leg
The whole time.
the entire time.
Oh, you talking about him not switching his
Yeah,
stance?
and then when he switches his stance, it threw Pereira off his entire game because he no longer had that. So he was still throwing it at
He
his
just can't do a good
opposite
job.
leg. But you should have fought that unorthodox fight the entire time because it
Right.
would have thrown him off. Once
If
you
you would've went forward
took
with
yeah
that,
once
yeah,
you
right.
took the first round, once you took those leg kicks.
And you saw he
next
switched.
round, you should have been like, okay, we're gonna switch the rest of the fight.
And
Do
in the counter,
not,
he's not expecting
do
this.
not go back into that stance.
And they
Only
just-
go back into that
They
stance to
stuck
bait
with
him
what they
into
already
something.
thought. Yeah.
And that's what it was. And thankfully, Izzy had some kind of game plan going into that because in the beginning it looked like it was gonna go out the same way the first fight did.
Pretty much.
It was just he was gonna keep hacking away at his leg till he could no
I'd say
longer
it was
stand
like
on it.
20% luck.
Bro, it was.
He
it
caught
was,
him at the right moment and just.
yeah,
But he
yeah.
slipped him.
But that's what Izzy was looking for
He
though.
was.
If that's what.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for this moment. He's giving me
Yeah,
open window.
yeah.
I'm gonna fucking take
And
it.
he took it. He
did.
immediately took it.
He really didn't hit him that hard. It was just solid at the
Yeah,
right
it
time.
was-
It was
on point. It was
very
pin-
quick and
pinpoint
solid
accurate.
contact.
Pinpoint
Yeah.
accurate. Pinpoint accurate because one of the hits he hit him was the arrow shots. Yeah, that was funny.
Oh yeah, mocking him like
That
that.
was funny.
He said he did that because of the dude's son. Well, not that part, but whenever he lay on the mat,
Mm.
he said the last time they fought, whenever he was laying on the mat, his son did that
To Izzy.
To
to
Izzy,
Izzy. So
yeah.
Izzy said, "I literally look for dude's son, and then I fucking lay on the mat." That's fucking savage, bro. To a
That's
fucking
funny.
kid.
That's funny.
Here's your dad.
I just fucked him up.
I did not know that's what
Yeah.
he did. When
Izzy
he did
said it in
that.
the fucking press conference.
Yeah.
He's like, I saw his son do that last time, so I went and found him. I said, hey. So your dad just got fucking slept.
Izzy.
Bitch.
That's my dude.
Oh, he's awesome. He's
fucking
awesome.
I have his rookie card.
And
I bought it at the wrong.
what?
I bought it at the wrong time.
His rookie card?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I bought it when he was on top of the world. He's not currently.
Buy high, sell low.
Izzy.
I bought high and I can now sell low.
Buy high, sell low.
Congratulations.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Made
now.
$0.
That's what it's $0.
$0.
Doll
I
hairs.
mean, hey, if he goes out and defends the belt again, he will have surpassed.
It's in my PC regardless. Like I just like Izzy.
He will surpass. What's his name? Silva for most title defenses.
I don't care if it makes any. I just
I'm just saying though. It
Does
that-
Silva
that
have
you
the
still-
most, or does John Jones have the most? John Jones defended his belt like 15 fucking times.
But
Joe Nathan.
he won his belt
Who
early.
has the
though.
most
That's
UFC
the reason
title
why he
defenses?
helped. But it
What?
Who has the
Silva
most
has the most
UFC
title
title
defenses.
defenses? This would be interesting.
I'm sure he.
I'm pretty sure it's John Jones.
I feel like all his fights are title defenses.
They
It's
won.
kind of
At one
It's
point,
because he
that's
won
what
it. I
was.
feel like he's 23 years
It's like
old.
he's 12 and 1, and all
But,
12
but he
wins.
also vacated the title. He fought without being the champ before.
Yeah.
So what are you defending?
By the way, Izzy's taking
It's
performance enhancing drugs.
consecutive defending fights for the belt.
And I'm talking about most title defenses, not consecutive.
Just in
the
general,
most-
I'm pretty sure John Jones has the most.
We're gonna see. Jonathan's gonna look it up.
which
John,
Izzy's taking performance enhancing drugs too. But that's okay.
you think so?
They all are. I think all
He
of
has
them.
John Jones has 13 title defenses. Demetrius Johnson has 11. Anderson Silva with 10. GSP with 9.
I got it.
Oh,
Jose
GSP
Aldo and
is-
Valentina Shevchenko,
Yeah.
7. And
What is
that's
Izzy
it.
at?
Not that many. Probably 4, I think.
Because he doesn't make a list.
I think
Oh, yeah,
Izzy
more
has
than that.
4.
He's just. I think Izzy's just the
13
first
title
consecutive.
defenses,
That's wild. Pretty much all his fights are title
And his
defenses.
next fight's going to be a title defense.
So, probably 14.
Depending on who he
I mean,
fights.
dude's nasty. He just.
But
yeah.
he vacated the belt the
Cheater.
first time, or that one time he vacated it because the over money.
Because he couldn't stop snorting cocaine.
No, he came out. He had
Did he
multiple
fucking white
title defense.
He had to
Snort
vacate.
cocaine.
Where he went
Did he
on
fucking
a.
do
He's
Mexican
even
white
said
bitches? Couldn't stop it.
his Cormier when the last time he defended it from him, he literally went on a 4 or 5 day coke and alcohol bender. Did not train for the fight at all. Showed up, did his weigh in, and then proceeded to beat the fuck out of him without doing anything
I
and
like
going
that.
on a bender.
You get more respect in my book if you do some shit like that.
You're not even training. Like you're not. Even, that's a
I
that's
like
a raw. That's
I-
raw fucking talent. You
I
just
like
bet.
that a lot.
Hey, don't do my.
Then you
like
love Michael Irvin.
Don't do my nigga. like that. Don't do my nigga.
He
like
he
that.
did like
Dude,
his.
that's all he did.
He likes snow a lot.
John Jones was out there fucking doing coke and titty fucking white bitches and just showed up to the fight. So I'll fuck
And
you up.
that
man.
sounds
Fuck
fucking
him
him
up.
up.
He
You
says
have my
that sounds
respect.
great.
You have my respect.
Living that rock star lifestyle.
That also shows how just
World star
stupid.
lifestyle.
Also shows how stupid good you are. Like you don't even
Like,
have
yeah,
fucking
doing
like
white girls.
just off the raw talent that you have. It's insane. That's just crazy.
Sorry, children.
What?
Not a fan of white girls. Sorry, children. All the kids out there that are white.
Yeah.
That's okay. To each their own.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's very true.
yeah.
But yeah, if you can just show up, Michael Jordan did the same shit. He'd get fucked up and he'd go play like 18,000 rounds of golf and gamble his life away and then just show up and be like, I'm guarding the best player on the other side of the court. And I'm just dropping 50 on his fucking forehead.
Yep.
And he'd do it.
Hey, go out there and do it.
There's been some players through different sports. Rodman was another one.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman was another one.
Michael Jordan actually told a story about him. He said that there was one time they had to go pick him up from Vegas.
Vegas.
Yeah, I heard that
Yes.
story, yeah.
But they said they were doing laps around the gym, right? And you can't start until the last person finishes. So he had Dennis start first. And he said nobody caught up to him. He said we ran the whole fucking practice. And this dude just came back from Vegas on a bender.
Oh no, like a
Not in
4 or
great
5
shape.
minute bender. Yeah.
He was in bed with Carmelo Electra.
Yeah.
Which you know was happening
Which
there.
is crazy. to think
And then he
about.
just shows up to practice and he's like, yeah, we're supposed to catch up to him and pass him, and nobody can catch up to him. So you just wonder, like, what dudes like that would have been if they actually, like, took care of
Gave
themselves
a
and
fuck.
tried.
Yeah.
Boring. They would have been boring.
They would have been boring, but they also would have been, like, the
Boring,
greatest
but-
of
yeah.
all time.
That good stats are more boring than stories about fucking Carmelo Electra in Vegas or wherever he was.
I mean, I can't tell you how many points per game he averaged, but I know.
yeah,
Some
exactly,
Electra.
exactly,
It wasn't
exactly.
a lot.
It was like
He
8.
liked to party, and that's something you remember.
He
But
probably-
Rodman was also known for his defense and his
He probably
rebounding.
got,
He's
he
the
probably
greatest
got
rebounder of
like
all time.
6, 8 points. He probably averaged 8 points.
He did not average many points a game, but I know he
averaged
averaged a shit
14,
ton of
14
fucking
rebounds a game.
He was on a team
And
where
probably
they did
like
not
5
need
block
points.
shots.
Well, no, you're also that is
Yeah.
correct. He didn't need to score on that Bulls team.
No,
he,
no.
he
He
didn't
was there.
fucking
He was
score
there
at
to
all.
rebound.
That-
He was there to
That
rebound.
team's defense was nasty, though.
Oh, it was.
Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Ron
And-
Harper, and Michael
and
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Crazy.
That's
those years Michael Jordan was the defensive player of the year.
But you know who the fuck shot Gary Payton shot Michael Jordan down.
You think so? The glove?
He look it up.
Louder.
Worst stats in his playoff history was against Gary Payton.
Okay.
But Gary Payton only had Sean Kemp on the side. Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Talk louder.
We can
You're
we
whispering.
can make that argument later.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. Dennis Rodman's stats. The most points that he averaged in a season, what do you think it was?
13.
I was
Hey.
gonna say 14.
8.
11.6.
Oh,
What do you think the most rebounds per game he averaged was?
22.
18.7.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say
Good.
11.
Cool. That's a lot. 18?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
He averaged 18. He
Yes.
averaged.
Average.
18.
That season he averaged 9.8 points per game and 18.7 rebounds.
Oh
Average.
my god.
Average. That's almost averaging 20 rebounds a game. That's fucking insane.
And he was probably top 7 in defense.
probably. That's fucking almost 20. I didn't realize it was that much. I thought it was gonna be like 14 or 15, which would still be crazy.
Yeah. Almost 28 rebounds a game.
He only was a 2-time All-Star. He was a 2-time All-NBA, but he was 8-time All-Defensive and 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. That's crazy. 7-time rebound champion.
I'm pretty sure he holds the record for all the rebounding.
I don't know. I think Wilt probably has all the rebounds, just from longevity and stuff.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But here's what I want to know. I would like people to do stats like on a season per season basis for how long they played. Does that make sense? Like who was the best
Yeah.
while they played? Because like technically, if you want to talk about that, like Barry Sanders, I think was yards per game the highest. I think
Yes.
it's like him and Jim Brown. I like those kind of stats too. It's like maybe some dudes couldn't play 20 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like if somebody if somebody averages 15 points a game for 20 seasons versus somebody who averages 30 points a game for 8
Yeah.
seasons,
Yeah.
like that to me is more impressive than somebody
You
who
have to take that into consideration.
you do.
Yes.
Like I would like to see those kind of stats for maybe I'll do that one day. I'll do like a per season average stat. league.
Tim's
You haven't done any of your spreadsheets lately.
I've been very busy.
Yeah.
Be more
Less-
slacking at work.
I mean I'm doing too much at work and I need to be doing this more.
Yes.
Which is fucked up, dog.
I vote for that.
Quit.
Amen.
At the right time.
Hey, like and subscribe so we can quit our jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Please. We need the views. We
Yes.
need the views.
Yeah, we'll
Alright,
try.
well, damn it.
Well,
This
it
is
was
a
the
sports
interference.
podcast, goddamn.
Who interviewed?
You hit my. You were
Oh
really
yeah,
fast. You were really
yeah,
fast.
yeah,
All
You were
time
going so
Wilt-
fast, camera just didn't catch you.
Wilt Chamberlain is by far the all-time rebound leader.
Is he?
23,924.
Where's Rodman on that?
Bill, he's okay. Number 2 is Bill Russell, and Wilt Chamberlain is
That makes sense.
2,300 rebounds ahead of him.
Good God.
Wow.
Dennis Rodman is 24th.
Oh.
But he didn't play as many seasons.
Yeah.
That's also true too. Again, that's what you're talking about with the.
him not dedicating himself to playing, and if he would have dedicated.
Who do you think is the all-time current player who's leading in rebounds?
Current player?
Current, like still playing.
Still playing and getting rebounds?
Yeah. Okay, I want to know the top 2 because the number 1's obvious. Number 2 is like
LeBron.
LeBron,
Yeah.
Is
LeBron's number 1. He's 35th.
Because I had these stats when we went.
He's
over it.
35th all time, but who do you think is 43rd who is still current? It's very.
Hmm.
It's not that random, but
He's a center.
well, yeah, obviously.
Well,
Embiid.
LeBron James is not a fucking center.
But he's a very obvious guess because he's been playing for fucking
Embiid, you think
ever.
Embiid
Quit
got that?
saying Embiid.
Embiid.
Quit saying Embiid.
I'm pronouncing it how it's written.
There's 2 I's.
Oh. Yeah, I can't spell
Embiid
it.
would be 2 D's.
it's
Embiid.
not. Is it Embiid? It's not Embiid.
No,
It's not Embiid. He ain't been in the league long enough.
I'll give you a hit. He played for Dallas. It's obvious now. It's gotta be obvious.
Oh, you have me. I have
At
no
one
idea.
point, he played for Dallas, and he's
Nope.
still
And
a
he's still in the league.
current player.
Nick, you gotta.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Tyson Chandler.
LaMarcus Aldridge. No, Tyson Chandler. Goddamn, he'd be
Hell
57
no.
years old.
I have no idea. Just go ahead and say it.
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh my God.
He's still in the league.
He is. He's still active.
Where does he play?
He's playing for Brooklyn.
Wow.
Technically speaking. Oh, sorry.
Is Blake Griffin
he's
still
Denver.
playing?
Sorry, Denver. He's on Denver's bench.
Bitch. Yeah.
And last year he played for Philadelphia. Before that, he played for the Lakers. Before that, he played for three teams.
This buddy got jerseys everywhere.
But he's gone.
Yeah.
But he's top 50 in the league all time in rebounds.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Everybody at the top.
Well, in
of
his
all-time
prime,
rebounds
though,
is
in his
old.
Yeah.
prime, that short prime that he had, he was nasty.
Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Moses Malone, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Artis Gilmore, Elvin Hayes. That's the top 6, and then Tim Duncan. That's the only modern player.
Okay.
So
Duncan.
people don't
So
read.
good.
Dudes don't rebound anymore.
Yeah.
And nobody.
Yeah,
Here's what I don't like about basketball. Well, the basketball card market, especially. Like old players, people don't give a shit unless they scored a lot of points.
Yeah.
Like Tim Duncan, to me, and Kevin Garnett should be at the top of the list,
yeah.
but they're not. Nobody gives a fuck.
Mr. Consistency. Is
Their rookie
Tim
cards
Duncan.
are basically worthless.
That's wild.
You have to get like a very rare card of them to
Does
be
it?
worth anything.
Doesn't Tim Duncan have 5 championships?
Allen Iverson sells
Yes.
for 3 times as much.
That's ridiculous.
I don't get me wrong. I love Allen Iverson,
But see, hey,
but people
it's
like
all
points.
about being crazy and like being memorable.
Practice. Yeah.
You gotta be crazy.
Allen
You talking
Iverson.
about practice?
Yeah.
And then Kobe sells
Become
for
a
like
meme, basically.
80 times
Oh,
more.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Kobe makes sense.
Yeah.
Kobe makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson selling for more than Tim Duncan makes no sense to me.
Yes.
Just
No.
big guys don't sell. Joel Embiid, you can buy his rookie cards pretty cheap.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Joker
No
only
one
sells
makes
good
rap
because he doesn't have
songs
his
named
cards.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, that's true.
What'd you say?
He's not a meme.
He's
I said they
Larry
don't make
Fitzgerald
rap
the same
songs
thing.
named Tim Duncan.
does not sell well.
They do. I don't know.
Well, I mean
Iverson?
that makes more sense because
Randy Moss sells way better than Larry Fitzgerald.
as he should.
Way better?
Yeah, because
Way better.
Randy Moss.
Like 3 times better?
If it weren't for Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald wouldn't be a thing.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They had different games. Larry Fitzgerald was all hands. Randy Moss was all like splash.
Hands.
He was all splash. Randy Moss dropped some passes.
He probably did,
He
but
did, he did.
he also scored more touchdowns. They probably had more yards.
We gotta look it up. We gotta get the
Stat
stats.
monster, stat monster.
Larry Fitzgerald had
And Larry
more
Fitzgerald-
tackles
More
than drops.
tackles
You
than
ain't
drops.
lying.
That's the
You ain't
craziest
lying.
stat.
You
Like,
ain't lying. That's crazy. I mean, shit. D Hop was like that at one point as well, though. He had
He
a-
went 5
he
seasons
went
without
like a
dropping.
He
couple
should get a
seasons,
pass for
bro.
all the fucking quarterbacks. in
Hell
the
yeah,
league.
honestly, he should go in just off his stats alone to the Hall of Fame just because of that. Like, man, you had to play with trash for how many years?
yeah.
Come on in
real.
here, man. Come on in here.
Larry Fitzgerald is second all time in yards, and
Is
Randy
he?
Moss is third.
Wow.
Receiving touchdowns.
Yeah, how long did Larry play and how long did Randy
40
play?
years.
Randy played from 1998 to 2012, so that's 14 years but 15 seasons. Larry Fitzgerald played 17 seasons.
So he played 3 more?
And Randy had 35 more touchdowns. And then receptions.
Damn,
I think
that's
Larry
not
probably-
Larry probably had him in
Yeah,
receptions.
that's a
He
lot.
probably had
1432 to
I was about to say, he
982.
that's crazy. How many?
Almost 500 more.
Who
He
is
had,
400,
and
exactly 450.
and how many yards behind Larry is he?
Okay, hold on.
So
Receptions,
Randy has 982
82.
receptions.
Larry Fitzgerald has 1432. So that's 450.
Okay.
And,
And then
he
go
only
back
played
to
2
the,
extra
go
seasons.
back to the yards.
Yards were.
You said Larry's second all time.
Yeah.
Receiving
So
yards,
Larry
Larry
had
is second with 17,492.
so
and Randy
for-
has 15,292. So that's 2,000.
so he had
Why are their numbers so close? It's 2,200. 2,200.
so it's 2,200
So
difference.
1,100 yards per season more. So they're pretty
So
close.
Randy
So
was,
really, Randy was only better at
more
touchdowns.
productive.
Randy was only better at touchdowns. Larry had more receptions,
More
and
yards.
by a lot.
Not by that much.
Yards, yes, but receptions way more.
450.
That's the thing, though. That's what what I'm saying though. His reception. So you're saying
I get
so
what you're
so
saying.
so Randy Moss caught
Yeah, you're
900
right.
fucking
You're right.
passes for
I get what you're
2,000
saying.
less yards than
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
did,
You're
I
right.
mean, yeah, I get what you're
and scored 35 more touchdowns. That's way more productive.
You're right. You're right.
So Randy Moss should be ahead of Larry. Because that's.
But I
that's
did not know until
really-
just now that Leonard was
I did
second
not
all
know
time.
that either.
If it was like 10 more touchdowns, it wouldn't be that. But 35 more touchdowns. than
And
him?
he's only.
in that.
And he's
yeah.
only what? How
Do
many
you
yards?
do you still have the yards? Who is top 5 in yards? I mean, obviously Rice is 1, Larry's 2.
Yeah, and Terrell Owens.
Terrell Owens is 3.
Tio has to be 3 if Larry's 2.
Because Tio was 2 for a while.
So who would number 4 be?
Randy Moss had 26 career drops.
He had how many?
20, it said 26. I don't think that's
26
right.
drops.
I don't think that's right.
Damn.
That doesn't make
That
sense.
is-
Damn.
That's still
hard to
more than
believe.
Fitzgerald.
That's more than Fitzgerald. But that's not
I
bad.
don't think that's correct.
That's not bad.
You want to know yards?
Yeah, the
Yeah, I
top,
was
the top
just saying
5.
top
He was
five.
Who's
right
number 1?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
And then Fitzgerald's
And
number
then
2.
Fitzgerald's
T.O.
2. Then
3.
T.O.'s number
Tio,
3.
And then,
Number 4 is
Moss.
yeah.
Randy Moss. And then number 5 is
See, that's where I.
One of the most underrated wide receivers of all time.
Steve Smith Sr.
No.
No.
The fact you can't think of him, I knew it because I looked at this shit
Yeah.
a little while.
Colts guy.
No.
No.
Oh.
But he's extremely. Nobody ever fucking talks about him. Isaac Bruce.
Fuck me.
Nobody
I,
ever
I
talks
wouldn't have
about
even thought of him.
But he played for 60. And then number 6 is kind of a wild card too.
Julian Edelman.
No.
Fuck his little white ass. Ain't no white boys on the top 10, and there shouldn't be. Actually, I wouldn't. You gotta go for a while till you see a white dude.
Marvin Harrison?
And then he's in, well, number 6 is surprising. It'll be obvious once I say it, but the only hint I can give is the most obvious.
Joe Montana.
The only hint I can give makes it very obvious.
Megatron.
No.
Oh.
We were there. We were there. We were there.
Megatron didn't play long enough.
He only played 9
If
years.
he kept playing, he absolutely would be in the top 10. Say what now?
I said, yeah, he only played 9 seasons.
I will.
Heinz Ward.
There's no team. There's no easy hit for him. The only thing I can think. Okay, I'll say this. He played at one point. That's not even good.
Just say it.
Just say it.
If you're not gonna give a hint, say it.
Tony Gonzalez. There's no good hit for him. Tony Gonzalez. He's number 6.
I mean, you could have just.
What can you? He
That
played
makes
tight
sense.
end. It's Tony Gonzalez.
It does make sense.
He
Oh,
played,
yeah.
he played for the Falcons.
I mean, if
That
you
was
would
my only
have
hint.
said tight end, I would have said either Tony Gonzalez or Antonio Gates, but that was just because that's who I would think of.
Antonio Gates is not.
He's not. I just. But that's
But
what I would have thought.
You know, there's no good hit for Tony Gonzalez.
You could have said he ended his career in Kansas City or
No,
Atlanta. Atlanta, my bad. I mean,
That was gonna be my hit, but that's obvious because
Yeah.
No, yeah.
it's not Roddy White.
Not yet.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So number
Wide
7.
Number 7 is
Is it-
Raiders legend.
Oh, Amari Cooper.
No.
Tim Brown.
And then
Think
number
about
8
that.
is somebody you already named.
Harrison.
No.
Steve Smith.
There you go.
Hey.
One of the most underrated ever. And then,
Yeah, I agree.
and then,
Harrison.
and then, number 10. Think along the same lines.
Marvin Harrison.
Yes.
Reggie Wayne.
There you go. Bigger Colts fan than you, bitch!
Go Colts, baby! Go Colts!
I didn't know what you said.
Think along the same
know it.
lines.
I didn't know that's what
Marvin
that
Harrison.
that meant. I thought you just kept telling me to keep going. I'm like,
Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison. Marvin
Marvin Harrison
Harrison.
Jr. He hasn't even played yet. That can't be right.
Marvin Harrison the third.
That can't be right. Marvin Harrison.
that's cool though. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't think, so, Isaac Bruce is so fucking slow.
Yeah, I did not.
Fifth all time?
All the
Wow.
time, and you don't hear anything said about him ever.
No.
I
He
don't know who
played
that
with
is.
the Rams before Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner was there. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for a little bit.
Wow. Okay.
We have some similar names as receiving touchdowns. Pretty much.
But people that were on the total
Yeah,
yards
they're-
getting
I mean,
touchdowns.
it's kind of the same. But Randy Moss having 156.
156 touchdowns.
Yeah. He's second all time, and he played.
And he also set the single
Well,
season
he played
record
the same
with Tom
amount of-
Brady.
But he played a lot like from 4 on.
Just to lose the
He
Super
played a
Bowl.
lot less seasons than everybody else. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens. Like Jerry Rice played way longer, but he's way ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
He's 41 touchdowns ahead of second place.
Oh,
But then Randy Moss is second, and he's way far ahead of everybody else who played longer. Like him and T.O. are neck and neck, but they played the same amount of seasons.
Okay.
And like Chris Carter played from 87 to 2002, and he's 26 behind Randy Moss.
Wow. Go Chris Carter.
And he played
Hey.
15 seasons,
Wow.
and Randy Moss only played 14.
Okay.
So 2 less seasons, and Randy Moss is 32. or
Randy Moss
28 ahead.
got 3 of them helps against us in the fucking
That's fucking
Thanksgiving game.
Bro, I hated Randy Moss too. You know how many times he lived with the fucking Packers? We played him twice a year. Him and Chris Carter and Dante Culpepper.
That was tough. That was tough.
I liked him
Well,
too.
before we
They
move
still
on,
didn't win nothing.
let's just touch on the NHL. The NHL because I just want to talk.
Oh, yeah, we
talk about that for a
Get the
second.
fuck off.
It's all right, but we were staying on what we were talking about at least. It was at least basketball. So we got in the Eastern Conference, your number 1 seed, fucking Boston Bruins. Then you got Carolina, New Jersey, Toronto, New York Rangers, Tampa Bay Lightning, the New York Islanders, and then you got Florida rounding out the Eastern Conference.
Who won last year? Was it Colorado?
I think so. And then let's see. So then we move on to the Western Conference, which, crazy enough, number 1 seed, you have your Vegas Golden Knights.
They have been good since they became a franchise.
But the thing is, though, the way that they set the Golden Knights up, they set them up to succeed.
okay,
Like,
I don't know how they set it up.
So the way that they did it when
I just know
when
that
they
first year they
made,
went to the fucking Stanley Cup.
but they took players off
And
of
lost.
They took players off of everybody's team, so they pretty much made an all-star roster for it.
But that's how the Kraken did it, and the Kraken
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So they
But
picked the right.
But that's how they do it
Yes,
with any
yes,
sport when
yes.
they do an expansion.
then you have we got Vegas at number 1. You got Edmonton at 2. Colorado at 3. Dallas Stars at 4,
I watched them
baby.
beat the
Colorado
fuck out
is-
of Philly
They did.
last
I'm about to say
week.
you've been to a couple games pretty recently.
They had
Yeah,
one chance
yeah.
and one last.
Then you have
What?
Los
You were
Angeles,
correct. Yeah.
Minnesota,
So I think before that, it was
Seattle,
Tampa Bay won 2 years.
and Winnipeg. Thank God Calgary is not in there. I was worried Calgary was going
Them
to be in
Calgary
there
Flames,
because
but
I do not understand why. It's like Calgary is like the Warriors for the Mavericks.
I wouldn't even give them
It's just what
that.
I'm saying
Have
for
you
the
been to Calgary? It's a
no I'm saying
shitty
for
fucking
no I'm
city.
saying for the
I'm
Stars.
sorry, it's trash.
I'm saying for the Stars, it's that team they just can't. For some reason, when
can't
they
shake
get them in
them?
the playoffs, they can't beat.
That's
them.
fair.
That's what I mean by that. It's like the Mavericks and Warriors when they clash in the playoffs. For some reason, the Mavs just can't overcome the Warriors. But it's the same for the Stars in Calgary. Every time we meet up with Calgary, for some reason, Calgary beats us every time.
All you gotta do, hey, Stars players, just remember, you have the better city. Because if you've ever been to Calgary, it's fucking garbage.
Their fucking stadium is shaped like a saddle.
It is.
Literally.
The city itself,
Literally.
poop. It's poop.
Literally, it's shaped like a fucking saddle.
Nobody goes to Calgary for fucking.
But yes, be prepared for the NHL playoffs. It's going.
Oh, I'm
to, it's
prepared.
going.
I want to go to a playoff.
Oh,
I would love to go
Are
to the
there,
playoff.
are
game.
there Red Wings there?
Let's see how far we got to scroll. Where are y'all at?
We
Y'all,
had- hey,
y'all at 12. Y'all at
We
12.
had a good run for a very, 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 very
You
long
did.
time.
You did. You did. And you won a Stanley Cup.
Several.
2 or 3, right?
Several.
Was it 3?
From the 90s on, we won
3.
3. But haven't done a lot in the last decade.
I mean, a lot of teams have. I mean, shit.
But it's
If
it's
you
like
want
a-
to, if you want to say that, there's a couple of teams that ain't done shit for a
bro,
while.
Pittsburgh
The
had
Red-
a long
the Red
run
Wings
too,
are-
and they ain't done shit. in a
Oh,
while.
that's right. Pittsburgh did not make it.
No.
Pittsburgh was on a 17 streak,
Yeah.
going to the
Whoa,
playoffs 17
whoa.
times. They were on a stupid
Wow.
streak going to the playoffs. I think
You
this.
think they'd win more Stanley Cups doing that?
You would think, right? I think they've only won one, right?
But Crosby was also hurt a lot
Yeah.
in those throughout those runs.
That's
Yeah.
He was
Sidney
hurt.
Crosby-
He
Sidney
was
Crosby-
hurt so
That's
much.
one
Sidney
thing that-
Crosby's the X factor for them.
That's
though.
one thing that deters people from watching the NHL or getting into it is the stars get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will say Connor McDavid for the fucking Oilers, goddamn stud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
would like to watch him play.
Robinson for the Stars is not bad, man. Hey, he's probably top 5 in scoring in the league right now.
I'm trying to pull
He
the stats
is
up.
he is the highest scoring player on the Stars team right now. I think he has like 40 he has like over 40 something fucking
I'm
points.
the tallest midget.
Hey, that's something. That's something.
But it
That's something.
actually no. He funny thing enough, his
Little
brother
people
sold very
too.
well.
We don't want to.
He is possible. He's good. Connor McDavid's just on.
And I think he's Asian American or something like that. I
He
think.
is.
Yes.
He is.
And that's weird. I mean, that's like
You don't see it in hockey.
seeing a black guy out there in NASCAR, man. You don't fucking see it very often.
There's a few though.
Now there is.
Well, yeah.
Now there
Randy
is.
Moss is part owner in Gibbs Racing.
How many Asians have you seen?
Randy Moss
playing
is also
hockey?
extremely country.
He's country as fuck.
Randy Moss.
I love watching that documentary whenever he was at Marshall, and the coach said he went out to the fucking field, and they saw Randy Moss sitting in the fucking stands. He goes, Randy, what the fuck are you doing here? He goes, I just hate Montana. Proceeded to score like 5 touchdowns and 300 yards on him. He was at the fucking field before the coaches got there, just sitting there, staring.
Randy
He goes,
was
Randy, what
that
the fuck are you
dude,
doing? I just hate Montana.
And he goes on to dominate.
Randy's a fucking fool.
Yes, he is.
I love Randy Moss.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I hated him as a player because he beat the dog shit out of us every chance he got.
Too bad his son's not that good. Plays for the Commanders. Though.
There's not very many.
His son played a different position. He played tight
Tight
end.
end.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard position to learn. Even though Logan Thomas somehow went from quarterback from college to the pros and then like, I'm just gonna play tight end, and then did pretty good.
That's what.
There are a
fucking-
few players that
That's what
should've
Tebow
just
should have
switched.
did.
He tried.
That's what Tebow should have
He
did.
tried. He went to Urban Meyer, and Urban Meyer fucked it up for him. Because Urban Meyer's a fuck stick.
Urban Meyer fucks up a lot.
I don't know how it's made.
I think Tim
Yeah, right.
Tebow's pride is,
Oh, yeah,
is what
100%,
got it hit
100%.
him.
100%.
Hey, first of all, fuck Tim Tebow. He said he was a virgin the whole time at Florida University.
He was.
You're a
Oh,
liar.
that Aaron Hernandez
Fucking
documentary.
liar.
Those
Yes.
Pouncey brothers outed that for no reason. For no reason. They were talking about hanging out with Aaron Hernandez. Like, yeah, man, we were going down to the titty clubs every night. Tebow was with us. Just like,
Fuck
there
him.
was no need to bring Tebow's name up. They just
He brought
right.
his Bible so he could teach them the word.
Yeah,
That's what he was there for.
Right.
Ask some Bible studies. I
He was
understand.
there, yes.
I love
Titties
supporting
and
fellow
prayers.
Tims, but no. Nah. Tim Duncan, you're cool. Tim Robbins, you're cool.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, no. You're
Tim
a liar.
Tebow would have been cool if he
You're
just
a liar,
wouldn't have
though.
lied to everybody.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we
And
know.
Tim
I'm a virgin.
Like,
and
we
you take
fucking
pictures
know
next
you're
to
not.
fucking Tim.
If you would have,
You're
if
Spanish.
he would
You
have
know you're
just
Spanish.
been, if he would have just been that dude, I think he would have been okay. If he would have had that Johnny Manziel mentality, I actually think Tim Tebow would have been
I
very
thought the same
big.
thing.
I think Tim Tebow would have been very
He was
big.
too reserved.
Yes. I think because he was way too reserved.
He put himself into a box, didn't he?
Yep, and
Yes.
nobody wanted to touch that box, and that's how, that's how it
That's
goes.
what he said.
That's how it goes.
That's what he said.
But for the
You're
Pouncey
a
twins
liar.
that out him, it's just.
That's the Pouncey twins, man. I mean, the Pouncey twins are like the Bennett brothers. They'll fucking say
I was
and
gonna say the
do
exact same
anything.
thing. They were.
And that's what I fucking.
But again, they got no
They
reason
won't
to lie
lie.
about that.
Oh, yeah, no, not here. Yeah. What the?
Tebow was in there fucking slapping some titties.
Yeah.
He was in there on fucking Wednesdays eating the fucking buffet line.
Yeah. This is my second plate.
It's fucking 2 o'clock in the afternoon, dog.
So once
squad.
I leave here, I got Bible study.
Hell yeah.
7 p.m.
Let me put you on the
Oh my
Jehovah's a Witness. So
Meet
I
me
can
in
witness
private
them
room
titties.
316. That's where we do our Bible study.
He said, can I Jehovah witness them titties? That's what he said, not me. I don't. I'm not doing that.
I don't condone any of it.
Have they?
Tebow said.
Speaking of, have they done a documentary on that team? On that 2008 Gators team.
Bro, there's so many teams like that they should do.
I think they're scared to do it. They don't find bodies.
Oh yeah, I have so
Oh,
many.
yeah.
There were so many 30 for
Dude,
30s.
that-
I was
if you
thinking of,
look
like,
at that
they
roster
should do, bro.
of the
It is
2008 Florida
crazy.
Gators,
That's the best one by far.
fucking insane how much
find-
talent was on that roster.
Bodies
Hey,
that are buried.
yeah, 30 for 30 will get the info. They'll let you know. They'll let you know what happened.
Bro, that team was ridiculous.
It was.
It was Cam Newton was on the team.
Yeah,
No,
right?
most people don't even realize it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he was
look it up the
He was a
roster.
backup.
Cam Newton, Tim Tebow, the Pouncey twins, Aaron Hernandez.
Riley Cooper, the racist.
Riley Cooper was on the team. You're right.
Yeah.
Saying the N-word in a Rascal Flats concert.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
Bulls won.
Bulls won.
Bulls won.
No, they didn't. They came back. They were down
Bulls,
16
Bulls come
points.
back from a 19-point deficit to win play-in game versus Raptors.
Fucking
Star-
Toronto.
Stars just won too.
Did they? Hey man, we the stars, baby. We know.
Bruh.
That's fucking
Bruh.
funny. So the Bulls.
Bruh.
Certified bruh.
The Bulls are still in it. Bulls are still in it. So what's the next game playing? It's the. Because there is one more playing after that one, right?
That's the last one. Well, actually, I don't think so. Next, we have
Oh my God, the amount of
the
shit.
East playing versus the Heat, and then we have the West playing against the Timberwolves because they lost. Because they have to play again.
So who are the 4 teams that made it from the play-in?
Hawks,
Lakers,
Lakers,
Bulls.
Bulls, and
See the Pelicans and OKC haven't played yet.
yeah. So whoever
So
wins that.
Pelicans and okay. I'm about to say I was like I thought there was one more.
Hawks, Bulls, Lakers, and then whoever wins.
And
that.
I don't think fucking Zion is playing.
Wow, I'm glad I bought his fucking rookie card.
Bro, man, you
This
know how
fucking,
hard
this
that hurts me.
fucking roster is.
I
so
saw-
good.
For the
That was part of the trade that I did at the card show.
oh,
I'm
was
glad I
the
got-
Zion?
Yeah, I'm glad.
You got rid of it?
I'm glad. The Jalen Green and Zion and like one other card that I traded for Joe Burrow and Shohei.
That's not bad.
That dude lost that trade. At the time, he didn't.
Yeah,
He lost that trade.
yeah.
I got way more back. Shohei blew up.
Percy Harvin, Joe
Oh, I
Hayden,
forgot about
Wow, I forgot.
Deontay
I forgot about
Thompson.
Joe Hayden.
Deontay Thompson, see Carlos Dunlap, Will Hill. Will Hill played for a while. Right, the great Riley Cooper. Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Let's see Tim Tebow.
Killer Cam.
Let's see here.
That's enough right
AJ
there.
Jones, who played for a while.
Who?
AJ Jones, who's
Oh.
not back. Let's see
That's
here. Major
it.
Wright played in the NFL
Keep
for a
going.
while.
Come on.
Just read.
Brandon James.
I need people that.
I'm back here.
I need people that are gonna get views.
I need relevant people.
This entire team was
Only
relevant.
tell me
They, technically, the team was relevant because they won a championship.
Janoris
How did
Jenkins.
they win?
Okay, Jackrabbit.
Let's see John
Come
Jones.
on, back to back.
Was it back to back? That's right.
John Jones.
Oh, the
The
fighter.
UFC fighter?
Yeah, yeah.
What? Damn,
Jimbo was on there?
He might be. Hey, Johnny Bones Jones was doing it all. Then I
forgot
was
Jackrabbit.
I was wrong.
That was a wild ass fucking team. Man. I forgot Jackrabbit was on there. That's.
The Pouncey brothers.
They were on the team? Oh.
Did not know that.
Wow. Did we say that? Hurry
Brandon
the fuck up,
Spikes.
Spencer.
Brandon Spikes.
said Brandon Spikes. I mean,
Is he went to Takeo?
I mean,
The only Spikes I care about is Takeo. Keep fucking going.
That's funny.
Brandon Spikes.
Oh my God, Brandon!
Yeah.
Yeah.
First round pick.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Come on.
Come on, man.
What?
We got
Have a
3
good
more
time.
topics to go over.
No,
Aaron Hernandez.
that the greatest tight end of all time.
This list just keeps going.
Yeah, all right.
We don't have to.
But I mean, yeah, but
We'll be here for a while.
It is stacked. It is
We'll,
stacked.
we'll be
You're
here
not
for a
wrong.
while.
Are we ready to move on?
Yes, we are. We are completely ready to move on.
I think I got the next topic.
What you what? What you got? What you got? What you got?
What
What you got?
sports are best to watch live?
Live? Okay.
There's a couple of things I think you have to consider is if you're gonna go watch live, where do you get to sit? Because certain sports are cheaper to buy tickets and you can watch the game closer. And I feel like that impacts the viewing experience,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like football's the most expensive.
Yep.
Basketball is not that expensive.
NHL is dirt cheap. You sit
Exactly.
up top and you can see the entire. Like it's a perfect view from.
Yeah, but I'd much rather be. I'd much rather be
My
closer
point
to ice.
exactly.
I'd
So
much
it's
rather be
it's
closer
kind of
to
like a
ice.
That's
weighted.
fine.
It's kind of like a weighted thing. Like, what sport do you want to watch the most? What sport do you think is the most exciting to watch? Which one do you have the most like viewing experience? Like, I think all that you have to take into consideration.
Well, do you want to start it off?
I think baseball. I think for me it's baseball.
Baseball.
I think
So,
I'll
like-
tell you why you're fucking wrong.
So you're saying that going out and watching
That's
a
the most
baseball
exciting
game
sport.
is the most exciting.
for me, yes, I
You
absolutely
get the most
enjoy
joy going out and
going
watching
to a
a
baseball
baseball
game.
game.
Yes.
Do you really watch the game, or
Yeah.
do you just get fucked up and eat the food and not pay attention?
Beer's too expensive. I don't drink water.
That's part of it.
I mean, right? Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you this: every time I've gone to a Cowboys game, I fucking almost bankrupt myself just because I'm gonna drink at the fucking Cowboys game.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's just I can't not do it.
It's $16 for a pound of Coke at AT&T Stadium.
Yeah,
it's
dumb.
it's $12 for the 16-ounce fucking cans.
Which, if y'all listen to one of them, yes, fucking, I told y'all, don't buy the different size beers.
Yep. Because it's that they're all the
They're
same
all the
size.
same, apparently.
They're all the same size. Every single one of them.
Bullshit.
It is. I don't like that they.
But it is my favorite sport to watch live. Like for me, that's just my personal opinion. I just enjoy. It's my
get it,
favorite
though.
thing to watch live.
I
I get it's the nation's pastime. You can get pretty close to the field. You get to go in early. You can catch fly balls.
Yeah.
I get it. It's baseball. It's
Yeah.
you don't really have to say too much. It's baseball.
Yeah.
I'll say
To
this.
me, it depends on the day for baseball because I feel like there are some days that are better for baseball to go witness
There
a
are.
game.
Well,
So like,
I don't.
Well, now you can go to all Rangers
That's
games.
what every sport.
But you don't want to go in the middle of Texas
Well-
fucking heat.
well,
120
I
degrees.
mean, like
Well, that's not a problem anymore.
so there are.
But it was.
There are some games like we've gone to a Texas Rangers game, and this was still when it was at Globe Life Field over there where so when we went there, the game we went to, they allowed you to get on the field and run the bases. Now, granted, they fucking roped everything off around the diamond, but you were able to go out there and
That's cool.
get onto the field.
That's cool.
Like, I mean, like you could go and touch first base. You could go and touch second base. You could touch third base. You could run home.
Yeah.
So it was a that I think was a cooler experience than going and watching the fireworks after a game. Because I would like I do enjoy the fireworks after the game, but I enjoyed going
Shout
out
out
onto the
Rough Riders.
field and doing that. Hey, the Rough Riders is the best. Jonathan knows. Jonathan
There you go
knows.
again.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
down.
the
I've been
pool,
going
right?
to
Yeah.
sporting events.
Yeah,
I've
they
been
opened
going to
up.
sporting events.
They reopened the laser
We all need
pool.
to go. I've been to a Frisco
We are-
Arena football.
arena football game, to the
I forget arena football.
Stars games, the
Yeah.
hockey game there. we went
I've
to.
gotten asked to play. You have to buy your own equipment. I can't invest like that. Not into something that's not going to pay me enough to do it. That's the only reason why.
We'll pay you $10,000 to risk your life.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Technically, you tell me you
$23,000.
pay me $10,000,
The
I'll do it.
average
You
salary
get
for
like
that,
$125 a
league is
game.
$50K.
No, that's
That's
what
not
you
bad.
that's
You
what
can
you
make 10
get.
grand.
Yeah, that's what you
You're
get.
gonna get paid like a
And
regular human being.
you pay it's
Yeah, Tom
it's
just said-
$350 for your shoulder pads.
For that specific league that he went and watched, the average pay is $50,000 a year.
Average.
That's a regular job.
So yeah, I'll take that. But if I had to say, sorry, soccer is probably the best sport to watch live.
Gay.
It is probably the best sport to watch live.
You can't say
It's also
hey,
the-
hey, hey, Bud
Because-
Light is not sponsoring this video. You can't say that.
Because
Yeah.
he said Bud Light.
Copyright
Yeah.
sponsoring this video.
my coworker, he just texted me, and he sent me this.
Drink Bud Light.
Did you see
No,
what I
he
said?
didn't send, but he said
You saw what I sent to the group, right? The pre-game Bud Light. So $46
No.
a game.
You're also,
Yeah,
he
I saw
said-
that.
he-
you're also most likely to get killed at a soccer
he
game.
said Bud Light has
That is
lost.
definitely true.
Bud Light has lost more than $5 billion in value.
Oh
since-
yeah.
Their sales
In
dropped
stock.
40%.
Yeah.
Their
I
valuation.
was like,
is-
bro, I was like, that's fucking crazy. But
It'll correct. it.
it's
Because
soccer is the
It'll
we don't have to
correct.
be on that
yeah,
topic.
It'll
soccer is the most fun game to watch because most of the time if you go to a soccer game, everybody is invested in that game. It is
I mean-
it just think of the World Cup. You go watch a World Cup game, bro.
We
you
have to go when it's here in Dallas.
Oh, I 100%.
2026?
I'm already going. I'm
Yeah,
already
it's-
going. Bro, it is a completely different atmosphere than you have ever been because so even the Olympics have nothing on the World Cup
Yeah.
because for some god awful reason when the World Cup comes around everybody is watching it. Not even non-soccer fans are watching
I don't watch
the
it.
World Cup.
I don't fucking pay attention.
A lot of
But you know about it.
I mean, it's the only time I watch soccer. I can admit that. It's the only
Yeah.
time I watch soccer is World
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah, and
I don't
that's
watch it at all.
and that's what's good because like if you were to go into the stands at a soccer game, everybody's up on their feet, everybody is cheering,
Yeah.
everybody is chanting. It's not oh let me sit
I
down.
mean, I've only ever been to one soccer game. That was FC Dallas, and that was
It was probably fun.
it was. I had a great
It
time.
was a very good.
I have a good time any sporting event I
It
go
was
to.
a
I
good-
have a good time.
but
But,
it-
Cool
but
just being in the stadium.
Yeah,
It's a vibe.
yeah.
yeah,
But it's a harder vibe whenever you go to a soccer game.
You'll get beat up by people who aren't on the same side as you.
Yeah,
You'll just
100%.
get beat up.
100%.
You're not repping enough.
Exactly.
You get beat up.
Exactly. You here to represent
you didn't wear enough blue today.
Yeah.
Fuck them up.
Yep.
Damn right.
Yeah, I got you.
Damn right.
Sounds like a Cowboys fan.
You already know, baby. You already know.
Hey, that's a topic
If you
we
gonna
can have
represent,
next week.
represent, baby.
Worst fan base.
Oh, we already know who that is.
Oh, Philadelphia. But
Yes. If it's not
Yeah,
Philadelphia,
they're
if
The
it's-
batteries at Santa Claus.
yes, yeah. They will.
They have a jail below
They
their
will
stadium.
never live that down.
Worst fan base.
Philadelphia is the worst fan base.
Yeah.
I'm
They hate
sorry.
each other.
I'm sorry, Philly fans, but hey, y'all.
That's any sport in
Any
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia,
It's just
yeah,
Philadelphia.
Y'all boo your own team calling the 76ers out like that, bro. That's fucking shitty.
And they're good.
Yeah.
That's the fucked up part.
That's
I get it if
shitty.
you were in the lottery pick, but you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You were the number 2 seed and you're fucking
Probably have the MVP, and you're out there.
Not good enough.
We need to win now. Yeah, no, I'm not a Philly
Trash.
fan at all.
I feel sorry for Jalen Hurts because I like him. He's
Yes.
playing in a trash fucking city.
Yeah.
Yeah. But soccer is great to watch live because you can also pick it up as it's playing.
It's true. You can just watch the
You
game.
yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
know
0-0? Cool.
yeah, you know what's happening.
Because it's always 0-0.
Not always. Not always. The World Cup didn't end 0-0.
Hope not, because somebody has to win.
What was it, 1-0?
Nope.
No, it was decently.
It was 3-3. They went to a shootout,
Oh, wow. I don't even know who
and
it was.
Argentina won
Won.
during the shootout.
Oh, yeah, I know that because
Messi
Salt,
solidified himself.
Salt
Yeah.
Bay made an ass of him. So.
Yep.
Salt
Fuck
Bay
it.
That's
has
the
always
only
been
note.
himself.
That's the only
First of all,
note.
the fact that
First
that's
of
the
all-
only note, like that's the only
He has
you
some
took away
hairy
from
ass
any of that.
forearms.
Salt Bay
He
was an
just drops
asshole.
that fucking salt right through his forearm hair, and his forearm hair gets under steak. He charges
He
$40.
just wipes it off.
He charged at his restaurant
He
for a
charged-
salad, a salad.
Yeah,
which
because
is
he
a-
like coats everything in gold leaf. It's
You get a
fucking
wedge
dumb.
salad that has no gold, that just has salt and pepper and tomato and a wedge of lettuce. It's $40
Bullshit.
for the salad.
So,
Ain't
And
no
then he
salad
charges
worth
about
it.
$200 for his forearm
this
hair
is an
fucking
LA
steak.
restaurant, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Is this an LA restaurant?
He does a lot of his videos. He doesn't do in LA because you have to wear a mask in LA. So if you-
Still?
yeah. If you see a video of him
It's
not wearing a mask,
California.
it means it's in his other restaurant.
Yeah.
But he does this, and it goes off his. He has hairy ass forearms. You can literally watch the hair fall off his forearm onto your plate,
And he
you're like,
doesn't do anything for you.
Good. No.
You need to take a picture of it and
Yeah.
get cloud or
I'll say
something.
this.
I don't know.
He's a great butcher. He knows how to cut meat,
Yeah.
but
Sure, a lot of people do.
after that, he's trash. You're overpaying for
You want
garbage.
nothing else to do with him after he cuts
He
him.
can
Sorry,
cut. He fucking
I took
loser.
this on a wild tangent.
He doesn't even cook it properly, and he overcharges for doing this.
Yeah.
You got Tim Heaton,
Salt
okay?
Bay sucks. dude.
He
You hit a
does fucking
sensitive
suck.
spot with Salt Bay.
I can cook a better steak than Salt Bay. I believe. Anyways, I guess I gotta.
Let me hear.
Let me,
what the number one is.
I want to shout out some other sports that probably won't get mentioned. They're not in my top, but I think it'd be cool. I haven't done it, but I've heard it'd be cool. I think the premise is cool. Like going to watch golf, like a majors.
See, I would like to.
Yeah,
I would
I
like
would
to do
do
that
that.
because
I
I would.
think that'd be fun.
I would follow the guy.
Right.
But that's the
Wouldn't
thing.
it be
though,
cool
that's
seeing
the-
watch Tiger Woods
Because
walk up on the 18th?
I don't like how because there's some people that will go to a spot and just sit there all
Right.
day and not move. I feel
wanna
like
follow
I
somebody.
would like to walk around the
I
course.
want to
with
follow.
somebody.
I want to watch the whole
I
thing.
think
I want to
I
follow
think
Ricky
that-
Fowler and see what the
Yeah,
fuck he
I
does.
think that would be more fun.
But I think that's a cool idea.
I follow Jordan Spieth.
It'd be fun.
Right.
I think that's a cool idea, right?
Yeah.
And if you had like those like little
The
automated things.
The golf carts or the segways.
The Segway. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
just ride the Segway around. That would be cool. But you gotta
Well, you
walk
could drink
everywhere.
your beer though if you had your Segway. You could drink a beer if you're walking.
I
Everybody,
want to drink a beer and ride my Segway.
everybody at golf
You
tournaments.
can't drink and drive, Jonathan.
I think like a major going to
That's
watch a
what
major,
the cops-
especially
yeah.
the Masters and the
Yeah.
U.S. Open, would be
Yeah.
fun.
That would be.
Next, I think I haven't done it, but I want to. A UFC match would be fucking cool.
That would be
Oh,
super
That'd be
fucking
fucking
cool.
dope.
Yeah.
Right?
The only
Yeah.
thing with that is, I feel like you have to be closer for it to be a better experience.
But I feel like the
I
seats
feel like
look like they're all close.
I feel like, but you have nosebleeds.
They do, but are the
I
nosebleeds
feel-
that bad?
I don't know. I haven't. I
It's
just
just like some stadiums and nosebleeds, no fucking difference.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, because like how he was saying for hockey is not bad. Nosebleeds in hockey is not bad.
It's
Nosebleeds
not at all.
nosebleeds
It's
in
great.
basketball is worse.
It's real bad.
So it's,
It's the
not,
same stadium,
It's
but they-
same stadium, but it's
It's how it's all
different.
set up. It's just different.
Yeah.
The black puck on the white back.
But I get what you're saying with the
Yeah,
UFC
it's easy.
because the way we always see it on television, like the stadium's not really that big. Like regardless of wherever they have it, like it feels like.
it does depend where.
Now,
they
if you're
have it.
wanting to be able to hear the fucking smack and shit, yeah,
No,
you're gonna have to sit right there.
yeah, I
but,
don't care less about that.
but I wouldn't mind
I
doing
wanna
it just
be
for the
able
to
experience.
I want to
You
be
get
able
it
to. I want to be able to see like, oh, he threw a hook. Oh, he threw a jab. You can't see that if you're far away. Punches look like punches.
No, I mean I get what you're saying, but I do agree. I would like to go
'Cause-
just to
'cause
go
I-
for the experience. It'd be fucking
That's
cool.
why
I
I
wouldn't
Yeah.
mind it.
I think it'd be
wouldn't
cool
mind
if you got a close ticket. I'll throw this one in there too, just for kind of
Dodgeball?
nostalgic reasons. I think WWE, if you're into it,
Oh,
it's
bro,
cool.
WWE is great.
It's cool to see
It's
live,
great,
right?
yeah.
I
They
don't
made
watch it.
that
I don't watch it, but I will say I would
specifically for the
go
audience.
live to watch it.
But it's
The
cool.
most.
I think
Because
it's cool.
I had a
I'm not
friend,
into it,
she
but I
doesn't
feel like
watch
people are
it.
into it. I think
She had a
you gotta
friend
mention it.
that
Hold on.
Yeah.
We can't keep doing this.
what?
Having two different conversations going on.
It's true.
It doesn't happen that often.
It does happen very often.
Yeah.
But go on. You have a friend that went to.
Oh, I was just saying she doesn't watch your wrestling or whatever, and she went to what was the one they do in the summer, the big one.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, and she said it was just absolutely
Oh
fucking
yeah.
epic.
So
It's probably cool.
So the
I think
thing-
it'd be cool.
the thing
Yeah,
with it is so wrestling, you have to find the pockets of where it's the best time to go. So pay-per-views are always dope to go to. You always want to go to a pay-per-view. A pay-per-view,
'Cause you know
you're-
you go out.
Yes. A pay-per-view, they go all out for a pay-per-view, and you get to see stuff that most people watching it won't.
Okay.
So watching,
Is it just because it's pay per view?
yeah. Because they know they're going to be
Yeah.
in the limelight. Pretty
Okay,
much.
I got you.
So going, but there are times though, if you go to, so say like you go to a WWE Raw event, and this is so one of the best ones to go to is Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. That's one of the best times to go, because you can go and see, because it's happened before, where one of the times we went where we went and watched who was it? It was Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar had the championship, then immediately lost it on Monday Night Raw to John Cena.
I mean, I know nothing about
So I mean,
wrestling.
it's
I don't
just
watch it.
It's
I
just
don't keep
it's
up.
just
I
things
know.
like that, like you paid money to watch
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar win it. Now you watch Monday
Like,
Night
I know
Raw. He
wrestlers,
just lost
obviously,
it,
they're
and now
super
John
fucking
Cena
famous,
has
like-
held the
Yeah.
belt for years.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. So like, it's wrestling. Going and watching it is so much better because you also get to see like it's not too expensive. Like
I have no idea. I never did.
the pay per view ones are more expensive.
Well,
but that's
yeah, I would
because of
imagine
pay-per-view.
so, yeah.
But if you go and just watch a regular Monday Night Raw or Thursday Night SmackDown, those probably run you about $50-$60 for some. I mean, not in the first level, but you might be up in the second level.
I'm
But-
not into it, but I get why people do it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I
yeah.
mention it, 'cause
So
I feel like
it's-
if that's
No,
your
yeah.
thing,
It's
you're probably
more
gonna get a good
it's
bang for
more
your buck.
it's more enjoyable
Like-
watching it live than watching it on TV.
Of course, it has to be.
Yeah, like if it got brought up, if one of y'all was like, "Hey, we got tickets to go," oh yeah, I'll go.
I'll tell
Sure,
you,
let's go.
that's how I witnessed John Cena before I even know who the fuck John Cena was.
You, wait,
When
wait,
I-
you saw somebody wrestling?
Bro, when the first one I went to,
I didn't know
and
anybody
it wasn't
went
even
to-
John Cena wasn't even popular at that point.
Because you didn't.
This was
he wasn't
a
there.
this was a commercial.
That's it.
This was a commercial break fight. So it was like, unless you were there, that would have been the only time you would have seen it.
Yeah.
That's
That would have been the only time you would have seen it, and that's what they do because they bring because Cody Rhodes was
That's
the same
true.
way like that. He was fighting like that before they even put him onto the main card
Right.
of
I
WWE.
got you.
So you get to see people grow up and do things like
Yeah.
that. Because even with the Nexus stuff with Roman Reigns, and
Right,
all
yeah,
them,
yeah.
that was kind of the same way. But they developed a different way of doing it. They pretty much created their own G League to make them come into wrestling. That's kind of what they did.
So you're welcome for bringing it up.
Yes.
But my ultimate vote is for basketball.
What?
That would have been mine. I haven't been to an NFL game,
I'll say this:
but
NFL would be my favorite to watch. Period.
Oh yeah,
But
100%.
it's too expensive.
100%.
If I'm going like you can afford to pay to go and watch and get a decent experience, I like basketball.
NBA is pretty dope.
Baseball is the cheapest, but you're not always guaranteed to see the players you want to see and see the game you want to see.
No,
Like you would have to.
I would think NHL is cheaper than MLB.
No.
It's a little bit more.
No.
A little bit more.
Really?
Not much.
Okay.
It's kind of on par with basketball, but
And I get with the base, like, because you would have to actually follow the rotation,
The
if there's
schedules and
pitching,
everything, yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that.
they
like,
might sit somebody because they played 162 games, but you're pretty much like, if I want to go to a Dallas game that's in the middle of the season, there's a good chance I'm going to get to watch Luka.
Yeah.
And you're not going to have to pay that much, and I'll actually be able to see the ball and see his number and recognize his face. Like, you get close enough to see a game,
Yeah.
you get to see elite level talent, and it's
I
not
got to
going
see
to break the
Dirk
bank.
and
That's cool.
Garnett and Paul
That's
Pierce,
that's fucking
Ray
cool.
Allen, Rondo. That was
That's a dope ass fucking lineup.
yeah. That's the
And you
coolest
don't have to,
game.
and you're not going to go broke going to watch the game.
No. Yeah.
That's kind of why I vote basketball as an all around experience.
I seen I went to a Spurs Mavericks game. Like it was the Nash era. It was Nash, Finley.
Oh hell yeah.
yeah. It was
Against Duncan and Parker.
yeah.
Ginobili,
Yeah. It was
That's
a
a
good
fucking
one. It was a good
Who
one.
won?
Well, we did. The Dallas actually won because we got our free chalupas, baby. We got our
remember
free
talking about
chalupas.
you.
Yeah. They still do it. They still do it. I don't know if they do the chalupas anymore, but I know they still do like a free thing that they give you if you.
I gotta
if,
say, I think my favorite NBA game that I've gone to was our senior year in high school. When the Nuggets had Chauncey Billups, Ty Lawson, Birdman, J.R. Smith.
Yeah, I remember y'all.
Oh yeah,
Yes, him. That guy's great.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
We went
That's
before
when
the
Melo was
game.
Melo.
Me and Ricky went. Fucking got to
Wasn't
see
Ricky
him.
a Nuggets fan or something?
Probably like Spencer, just a JR fan.
Yeah, no, we went. Yeah, just because we like the certain players, and your sister got us the tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was a cool one because we got to see him. We were on the court, got to meet him, shake Birdman's hand. I was like, bro, this dude's just a wild fucking person.
He's a wild.
And that was when
Wild
Young
card.
Money. That was when Young Money was real big. And J.R.
Yeah,
Smith
yeah.
had just gotten the Young Money tattoo.
Yeah,
Like it was still like all puffy and like red and it was fresh. And he didn't even rap. He was just in the music videos.
Hey, Rick Ray.
In the background, just
Like Kirk Douglas.
Like Ty Lawson,
yeah, that guy.
who never played for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, alcohol did his.
Damn, dude, why would you do like that?
Stop
I
whispering.
don't mind the basketball vote. I mean, it's not a bad one to go to.
I think it's a lot.
But I think it is now diminished though because of the game management.
What happened to Jordan?
Exactly.
That sucks.
Things like
When
that.
you gotta
I think
watch it,
it's-
they sit to
Kyrie,
I think
Luka played a quarter and Kyrie
it
didn't
is
play at all.
making
Fuck that.
basketball a worse sport to go watch live because of that.
Imagine if you're a Clippers fan and you're like, I don't know when Kawhi's gonna fucking play.
Yeah. So why would you even
Why
use your
would you
season
bother?
tickets? Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
go to
I mean,
fucking 41 games.
And that's
try
and,
to see
and like I
who
said,
play.
but it's kind of like baseball though.
it's
You
all
can't-
nostalgia for me when it comes to baseball, man. It's
You
just-
can
I get it.
watch the
Yeah.
schedule now to see what players do because there are some people that do have a system the way they miss games, just like Kawhi does.
Yeah.
Man, there was like one point in time Kawhi was missing every Wednesday game. It didn't matter when it was, didn't matter where it was. If it was a Wednesday, he was missing that game.
I hate.
Now, I would much rather
82, play 82.
I would much rather them let us know what games they're gonna miss rather than them just be like,
Yeah,
you know what?
especially.
I just don't feel like playing today.
Especially if they're just resting you. Like, hey, look, Wednesday night game, we're resting Luka and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Kyrie.
They won't. They won't
They-
until you already bought
Yeah,
the ticket and you're ready
because
to go.
technically you can't because if you do that, then you'll diminish the sales. You'll do all that other bullshit. But I mean, it makes it like I said, and it just makes it hard to go to a basketball game.
Because
now
regular people don't just buy the ticket the day of.
Yeah.
They buy like a month in advance.
Because they have to. They have to.
yeah,
go,
Right? You know, I want to know, and I got the money. I'm going to do it, and then come to find out,
Pay
we're
the
not
money.
playing.
Well, now you.
The one person you wanted to go watch.
Well, then I want to see Mark Cuban go out there and do a fucking cartwheel fucking naked. Do some bullshit. I want to get my goddamn money's worth.
Money's worth.
If I'm not
baby.
seeing Luka and Kyrie play,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I here for?
And that's
free
what
pretzel
and
or
like,
something.
And like you said, that's good whenever you go, because like you said, you have to go in the middle of the season to be able to witness
Yeah.
your players being
Yeah.
able to
It's
play.
best time to go is
That's the only
Which
time.
almost makes it a better argument for football because nobody rests in football.
No,
Unless you
not unless they're
absolutely
hurt.
have to.
Not unless they're hurt or injured.
I mean, yeah, I don't think the Chiefs even rested anybody, even the last game of the
No, unless you
season.
absolutely have to. So my vote technically would be for football, but it's so goddamn expensive.
Yeah, that's the only problem with
That's the
football.
only problem.
That's the only problem.
It's my favorite sport to watch.
You're
100%. 100%.
Just spending a hell of
And they're
hell
still
of a lot
fun
of
to
money
go
for
to.
it.
If
On
you
one
can-
ticket. On one ticket.
And it's probably not even that great of a seat. You
No.
can get way better seats
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
other sports.
100%.
That's the fucked up part.
Wish I need to we'll do it. The Green Bay stuff. I haven't even brought it up.
Oh
What
yeah.
great stuff.
We'll get to it
We'll
after this.
we'll talk about it after we're done here.
But
So-
you're not wrong though. But so would you put? No, because I don't think it would be that great.
What?
I was trying to think of another sport that you could watch that would be, I guess, pretty
Tennis?
decent live. I was thinking tennis, but I mean,
I've never been to
I'm just
one.
not into tennis. That's the thing.
Yeah, tennis
Yeah,
is just, yeah.
It's
I mean, I get it.
it's a larger version of ping pong.
NASCAR. I heard. I'm not a NASCAR person.
I've
but I've heard
I've
going
seen-
to the races is actually a lot of fun.
But the thing is that it's fun because it's constant drinking and it's constant
Yes.
partying the entire time.
I would
That
say
is-
That's the reason why.
Okay.
But
That's
also,
so
loud car go fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I would
Go
say
out there, go fast, vroom vroom.
I've been multiple
Loud car
times to
go fast.
the best race on earth, which is the Indy 500.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Yeah.
It's
I-
not. It's not.
I think
It's
I think the
They go
monster
200
jam-
miles an hour, and no matter
Monster
where you're
Jam,
sitting,
have you
you're
ever
going to
been?
get to see him for a half a second.
Oh.
They just go, boom!
Oh God.
That's it. Because
No, it's over.
no matter where you sit, you can't see him go around
Yeah.
the whole time. So you only can see him. The best seat is whenever you can see him go around one turn, they go straight away, and another turn.
Yeah.
And it's literally
Just
just
seeing
like, wow, I think Danica's in 12th. I don't know. The last time I went, Danica almost won the Indy 500.
Wow.
But
Wow. That would have
it would have been
Monster,
cool.
Monster
But-
Jam.
But I can only.
What about Monster
What about
Jam?
Monster Jam? Because I've been to a couple and they're so fun.
See, I think I would much
They're
rather, I'd much rather watch that
so
than NASCAR.
And you get the passes to go down there. You go down there and look at the trucks.
You
And,
think Monster Truck is a sport?
If NASCAR NASCAR is, yeah.
I think.
Also, Supercross.
That's a
Supercross
good point.
is
I
a lot
don't
of
know
fun
if
to go
monster
to.
truck is.
I don't think it is.
What are you?
It's
trying
more of
to
an
do?
entertainment.
It is. I don't
What
think.
It's like WWE, but
It's not a sport.
it's like
At least though, WWE, you gotta be athletic. I mean, you gotta have some kind of athleticism and stuff.
But it's not necessarily
I-
a sport.
I know,
No, I agree with you.
but in society they claim it as a sport.
Hell yeah, brother! I think it's a sport.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
WWE is
Supercross.
like
I also,
UFC and
I really enjoy
monster
it.
truck.
It's
Oh,
like
motorcycles.
fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Dirt bikes
When
and
they do the
stuff.
free, like
Yes.
I took Jackson
That's what it
last year.
is.
We went and watched the.
Jonathan has the
freestyle.
perfect equation.
WWE and monster trucks are like the same to their respective sports.
Monster Trucks is just
I can see
WWE plus UFC
I can
in
see
a
it.
truck.
Monster trucks is just like watch this fucking.
Hey, they do backflips.
They
though.
literally
Yeah,
have.
exactly.
It's so cool.
Before the Monster Truck
WWE,
Show.
they're like doing all this wild dumb shit.
Before the Monster Truck Show, they had guys on dirt bikes or four-wheelers race each other, and they have a fake fight and break the trophy over each other. They go, "Oh, fuck you, I'm from Jacksonville." We go, "Well,
And
fuck
to-
you, I'm from
Now
Augusta,
the, now the
Georgia."
Monster Jam, they
To
still
be
do
in the
like
audience,
the
you can
freestyle.
only have like
Yeah,
two
yeah,
brain
yeah,
cells
yeah.
max.
which is fun.
But everybody's drunk off the rest of it.
I think
Yeah.
I think
You either have two brain cells max naturally, or you do that with booze.
Yeah,
So,
like,
I think what would be
You done
better
yourself
for Monster Truck is if they had like a race.
yeah.
I think that would be so
Oh,
much
like if they
like if,
just-
like if it was a fucking course
an
and
obstacle course.
you
is
had
a
to
race.
fucking go
Yeah.
around the course and just it's pretty much survival and
they
tricks.
So
they
you're
talking
kind
about
of do that.
In a sense,
So
yeah,
many people
but
would
They-
die.
Hold on, they in a sense they kind of do that. Like you'll have two start on one end, and they have like a little minute, like a
yeah.
course that whoever runs it the fastest, but
Okay, that's
not to
sport.
probably to the
I
extent
want-
of what
that's
you're
sports.
I
you're
want the
thinking.
fastest and best in style points. That's what I want to see.
That would be.
I wanna see how
And there's
fast
some
you go
wild
if
looking
you can,
monster.
yeah.
I mean, you know those bodies are all.
Grave digger. Is that what
What'd you
were
call
thinking
me?
of? That's what he was thinking of.
Bigfoot.
That was the car he was thinking of.
Everybody think it's the only one they do. Bigfoot and Gravedigger. That's it.
That's about
It's
it.
like the two almost
Canadian,
ones.
though.
Fucking what
They have a
what was the-
Scooby Doo one
The one
now.
with the bull. What the fuck was he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about though.
Yes, I did.
It was a Toyota, and he had a fucking bull and it had horns on the front.
Bull racer.
When we went last year.
Bull
They had,
donkey.
they had a Wolverine one. They had a Scooby Doo one.
The
They just
mystery
had some
machine was out
different- No, it's like Scooby Doo.
The dog.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
there. What else would
What on earth?
The armadillo. Scooby Doo.
Is that not what he is?
He's a great name.
Is he?
Did you know? No. He's a great name.
Yes, I mean that.
100%.
I
100%
thought he was half wolf.
House. I don't know what Scrappy is, but he's at my house.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does your dog business.
100% Scrappy.
Doo. Yeah,
So-
those are the only ones I can think of. I don't think I can think of anything else.
So Wendy went to.
I did like the golf one though. The golf one.
I think it would be dope as fuck if you go to a major and like watching a golfer. You like, I would like to watch Ricky
personally,
Fowler or Tiger.
yeah, personally, I think that would be very
Tiger
cool.
would be
Really
cool.
cool. Like seeing Tiger just fucking rip the drive.
If Jordan
Oh,
Spieth
yeah,
comes
just
down,
walk
if
down
Jordan
the fairway
Spieth
with
comes down here for the Byron Nelson, I probably might try to go too.
That's not bad.
No,
I don't think.
It's a,
I heard it's not very expensive to go.
It's not. It's not.
And
I
they
don't
have.
know.
And I would just get the 1 day pass. I
And
would
they
just
have
go for the 1 day.
alcohol there. So
Yeah.
2 hours.
Drink all day. And then as soon as they hit the ball, you can just yell out whatever. Go fucking Ricky! You both got a big titty! Like you can say whatever.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
long as after they hit the ball.
Okay.
So,
What's up?
I
What do
go
y'all
fly
have
on
left?
Thursday.
What do y'all have left?
well, I'm about to get to that. So so Tim, say you get tired of Green Bay. Do you?
Wait, what?
It's
What?
not Vegas, meaning.
You don't get tired of Green Bay?
I have a whole.
When would you
room.
find it appropriate to switch
Oh,
teams as a fan?
okay. So this is actually a subject I wanted to bring up because I feel like there are certain times, very specifically.
You suck it the fuck up.
My question was when, as an adult, are you allowed to switch teams that you root for?
After they released Peyton Manning.
A lot of people did.
He
Actually,
did that.
a lot of people did that.
That's what I did.
That's what you did.
I
I
grew
said,
well.
fuck this.
I grew up in Indiana, and a lot of people that I grew up with, they switched from Colts to Broncos fans because they're like, I routed out Peyton Manning, and they did him dirty, so I'm gonna be a Broncos
They
fan.
did do
now.
him dirty.
So my question is, there has to be certain situations where it's okay and acceptable in your guy friend group But when and what are those situations?
So I think one of the biggest situations is what your team is doing. So I'll put it like this: the two I can think
That's
of.
controversial.
The two I can think of off the rip is the Los Angeles Clippers and the Washington Redskins, or I guess the Washington Commanders now.
Okay.
These are two teams that I think that because of what these owners and stuff have done,
That's
Yeah.
fair.
that can give you
Okay.
That can-
I see
that-
where you're going with this.
that
yeah.
can give you an out.
Yeah.
But if you ride with your team, you ride with your team. I have no flack against you if you are still a Clippers fan or a Commanders fan. There's no I don't put that. But if you as a person you don't like what that team has now become, you have 100% to pick another team.
That's fair.
But
What about the Peyton Manning situation? When
You only get one redo.
so my thing with the Peyton Manning thing is I
That
think
was sketchy for me.
what?
I personally
Because
don't.
I didn't like it. Like,
But I understand that.
because
The
there's
whole-
other
the whole
players on the
Clippers thing.
team. I think it's weird when you put all your faith in like.
It's a one player? Yeah,
and
that's
then he
fucking stupid.
switches.
That's
like
stupid. I don't like that.
Peyton Manning did nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
He
That's-
did nothing wrong.
It's not that Peyton Manning was like fuck this team, I'm going.
But-
I wouldn't have switched teams.
So
I didn't switch from Packers to Vikings whenever
Yeah.
Favre went from Packers
Yeah.
to Vikings.
I switched.
I was like, I'm a Packers fan. I
So-
like the team. I like all the
Yeah.
other players also.
So I think
Although he is the most popular one.
I think the only way I can in my mind think it would be it would be tolerable is if you were like a LeBron dick rider. If you were a
TK.
Cleveland fan, then you became a Miami fan. And
But
then
at that point, hold
so
on.
you can. Oh, but
I
that's
go back
that's
to
the thing though.
Cleveland.
It's the player.
Okay,
you can't.
that's what I was about to
It's
say.
You
only
can't-
it's
I definitely-
only the player, not the. You can now if you were you're an Indianapolis fan. You are a Colts fan, but you can root for the Broncos because Peyton Manning is your guy. I find that
Fuck
okay.
the Broncos.
I find that okay.
I think you
But
can only do
you
one or the
don't.
other.
You can't. But I'm saying you can root for him, but you're not a fan of the Broncos. You are
I'm
a.
asking when can you switch?
Like as a
So-
whole, like
So I.
Like these
like
are
you're a
these-
Cowboys fan and just you're like, no, fuck the Cowboys. I'm fucking done.
When are you
When is
allowed
it
to-
acceptable to be like, I am no longer a Cowboys fan. I am now a Philadelphia
I'm
Eagles
including
fan.
college
I know
teams.
that
I'm
never
including
happened.
college teams.
Okay.
So like any team from pro to college, and like you say, these are my teams now. When at any point can you switch
'Cause
from any of these
when
teams?
Personally,
When
I
you're-
think you ride or die with it. I think you ride or die with that shit.
He had a good point with the Commanders.
It's.
No,
it's-
that's acceptable.
I guess
I'm not gonna
it's
support that.
it's when your team fails you. When your team fails you as a fan and does the
So Lions
fans dirty.
fans can just fucking.
Jump ship whenever.
In all honesty, probably.
I'm gonna.
In all honesty, probably because your team has done nothing but been stagnant the entire
So you're the
time.
one who
and
chose them. Whose fault is that?
that's on you.
They didn't choose you. You chose them.
Yeah, you chose them because you thought that was your team.
Yeah.
It is no longer your team because they are now doing you dirty.
But I also think when you're a sports fan and when you choose a team to like, I think that also there's other factors that go into that. Like I only started watching the Colts because my uncle is like a diehard Colts fan. So when I first started watching football, the only football he watched were Colts games.
So you have a choice.
Yeah.
That's what you like.
And so it's just one of those things. It's like that's what I was like. All right, I'm a Colts fan. My uncle likes them. I'm watching football with him. So this is what I'm doing.
That's fine. And now with that, so what Tim is talking about, so now at this point, I feel you would have all rights to jump ship from the Colts right now because the way they have done you as a fan.
Yeah.
You have all rights to jump. Now you as a true sports fan, you're not going. You're gonna stay and ride it out. Yeah, that's your team. But the way your team has done you, I can feel like
I do understand that aspect of it, but man, I just think
Weird.
it's one of those things. Hey, look, if you've been a fan of this organization for this long, and take away the Washington Commanders situation, the Clippers, outside of those like extreme situations, you ride or die, motherfucker. You didn't have to choose to like them in the beginning, but you've been a fan this long, you might as well ride that motherfucker out.
I can see that, but I mean,
I think that's a weird rule. It's like a weird.
It's like an unspoken guideline.
Yeah, it's-
Because I don't.
it's-
I'm not a fan of bandwagoners. You're not a sports fan.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
off.
I
You just like whoever's good at the moment.
Yeah.
You're not a sports fan.
Yeah.
There's something to that though.
No, not at all.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think so.
No,
Not
no,
one
no.
single bit.
Not at all. The only thing you do as
You're
a
casual
bandwagoner.
bandwagoner.
Always
That's
watching-
what you are.
I mean, I'm not talking about like the worst offenders when it comes to bandwagoners.
So the worst,
but-
I'll put it like this: the worst offenders of all time for bandwagoners are Golden State fans. Golden State fans are the worst
Yeah, and
offenders
then
of
they
being
like-
bandwagoners. There's,
Yeah.
it's
They do
hard.
not
It's,
exist.
I'm not talking about
it's
that,
hard to find a true Golden State
Who
Warriors.
can tell you anything of Golden State
Yeah.
outside
It's-
of Steph Curry?
Yeah.
Tell them, name somebody who played for Golden State before Steph got there. They'll be like,
Those fans are terrible because
Yeah.
those are not true fans of that team. They're only a fan of what's hot at the moment. Yeah, that's it. They're only
Alabama
dedicated
was.
to the moment. That's it. They're not dedicated to that team. They're
Yeah.
dedicated to the team when they're winning. But say Golden State goes out there and doesn't do anything next year, they're not going to be wearing a Golden State jersey to the game. They're not going to be going to the Golden State
There-
games.
There's something to it though, like especially when it comes to the NBA, things have changed so much where players are just kind of like, oh, bouncing around, no one gives a shit.
Yeah,
about
and that's the
anything.
thing though.
And
You
it's kind
ride
of changed fans too.
you ride with your team because that's the thing. If you are a solo player and you only like that guy, go for it. You go
But at
ride
that
with
point,
him.
you're not
But
a
then you're no
team
longer
fan.
you're
just
no
a fan
longer a
of the
team
player.
fan. You're just a team of the player.
There
Now
are people like that.
Now, if you want to, say LeBron James leaves, and to me, you are stuck being a Lakers fan until that nigga unless he goes somewhere else.
yeah, you can't
You can't.
Same thing.
You can't
Same
jump ship.
situation.
You are there. You are now a Lakers fan.
And it's like how you brought up TK. Like we give TK a lot of shit because he's a LeBron fan,
Yeah.
but like he doesn't. I don't think he has an actual NBA team he likes.
No.
Like he
He likes
is just a LeBron fan.
I think
We give him a lot of shit for it,
that's fine.
but like if you're just a
But he
fan
can't
of a
change
player-
off of
That's
that
that's
team
true.
until
That's true.
LeBron retires
Like, you're not-
or
like,
changes the team.
You're not gonna come to me and tell me, "Oh man, Sacramento's doing so good. We're gonna win the chip." No, you're not a
We?
fucking Sacramento team.
Who's we?
You've been rooting for LeBron this entire time.
I think when LeBron doesn't really have terrible seasons, but if he
Never
did, he would still have to be a LeBron fan even on his bad seasons.
No, you have to.
Well,
And at this point,
that's
he
what
has
that's
to
what we're
ride.
saying. That's what we're saying with the teams, though. You have to ride with that. Even though Golden State is no longer good and they've lost Steph Curry, they lost Klay Thompson, they are now ass. These bandwagoner fans are not going to stick with
Yeah.
Golden State because they have now lost
Right.
everything.
And
I think when you're a true
I think
fan, you're a
the
fan.
NBA kind of
Yes.
has its fault in that because of how like up in the air teams are, like
Yeah.
players
But
just
all-
bouncing around.
But
and-
all teams have the same exact opportunity to do it.
yeah, true.
That's the thing. Any team, if the
Well, Players used to be very
dedicated to
loyal
the
to
teams,
teams.
yeah,
and
but
fans were too.
teams are not dedicated to those players. That's the reason why you see people
Because
shuffling
it's a
around
business.
like that.
Well, I'm just saying,
At the
like
end of the day.
I get the business aspect of what you're saying.
you used
but
to have loyal
I don't agree
fans
with that.
and loyal players.
I mean,
now you only really have loyal fans.
And that's the problem. This is the reason
and
why
it's starting to dip in the fans.
This
Like,
is why
things
Tim
are
brought
starting
it
to
up,
decline.
because organizations do these things where they give you Luka Doncic. You know what? We can't put anything else around Luka, but hey, here's Luka. No, that's not right by your fans. You should not do your
Yeah.
fans like that.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to do something for your team. Do something for them.
I agree.
It makes it hard to root for a team that's not willing to do what
Exactly.
it's supposed to do.
But-
and that's the reason why those teams are, when you have those players like that, you gotta give to your fans those players that they want. When you hear people screaming names, hey, maybe
Listen
look
to
into
that.
it.
Yeah.
Look into it.
So that means I can switch off of all my fucking teams. I can switch off the Pacers,
Yeah,
the Reds,
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking Notre Dame
Yeah.
Fighting Irish. I can
Yeah.
switch all.
Yeah.
And part of the reason, which you were correct, that's the number one reason why I wanted to bring it up. Number two is because, like, since I moved here, everybody tells me, like, you have to root for one Texas team. Like, we don't care if it's college, pros, whatever it is.
Nah.
It's like,
I don't know
think I
who
have
says
to.
that.
You know,
That's
you don't
weird.
have to. I
His
don't
whole
think that's-
family. What do you mean?
That's still weird though.
I was like,
That's
I
because-
already claimed teams. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would get it. Like, I think number one, if your team moves, I think that's a good reason. Even if they keep the same.
So
thing.
yeah, okay,
I think
yeah.
that's fair enough.
If you were an Oakland Raiders fan, if you don't want to
And
be a
then
Las Vegas Raiders,
That's fair.
Yeah.
you're completely fine.
Yeah,
you
I
can,
think
you can
so.
go be a.
Vancouver
And I'm sure that
versus
Las Vegas
Memphis
that way.
Grizzlies.
And I'm sure that
Probably
happens. Yeah.
I think that's fair. Number two, I
And
think
it's
if
okay if like you live in Vegas and you weren't a fan and now you're a fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
I agree with like that and like with the extreme situations of like the Clippers and Commanders. But if you were just a fan and your team had a bad season, nah,
You're a
motherfucker,
bandwagon.
you ride that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
If you
yeah,
jump,
I
if
agree
you
with
jump
that.
ship after a bad season, you're a bandwagon.
Yeah.
If you don't jump ship and you stick with your team,
Yeah.
you stick with it.
basically you gotta stick to the code. If one of y'all have asked me what my team is, and you know I've said it, I have to stick with it. Unless something happens.
Yeah.
If nothing happens,
Yeah.
like if you say
Yeah.
what are your teams, and I list them all.
Unless you
and then next
come
season I'm like, well, Notre Dame didn't have that good of a season. I think I like Texas now.
yeah, unless you
What the
come
fuck? You said you like Notre Dame. You like Notre Dame.
unless you come with some kind of reasoning to get me to understand why you jump ship, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna tell
Do we
me
even-
like, nah, I don't want to be a Notre Dame
I'd
fan
be like,
anymore.
oh,
I was like, I'm,
The Pacers haven't won anything yet. Can I root for somebody else?
yeah,
You
no,
do?
see,
Fuck
I-
you.
Do we even
You said
have
you like
any,
the Pacers.
any friends
Yeah,
of
I
ours
do.
or people we hang out with that?
Our bandwagoners.
Because I know like Andrew
Darius
does not have an NFL team.
Darius
He
is a
just
Andrew doesn't
bandwagoner.
have any protein.
Andrew is a bandwagoner. Darius is a
Andrew's not even
bandwagoner.
I don't even consider Andrew a bandwagoner because like with football, he doesn't like any NFL team. He likes fantasy football.
He waits until a player does something. But I told you about this player. That's what.
No, he does
exactly
that,
is.
but
He doesn't even pick a team. He doesn't even.
TK,
Oh.
TK is a bandwagoner
But he.
with certain sports.
So
at least
is
he sticks
Darius.
to it.
No, Tiggy's a bandwagoner in all sports.
But I can. At least he sticks to the bandwagon. I'll give him that. I don't like when. I don't.
It's
No,
only
no.
it's only now.
But I
He
don't like
wasn't-
when dudes don't pick a team at all,
he
and
wasn't-
then they just talk shit about your
TK
team.
was an
Fuck
Eagles
off.
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
When the Eagles won that first championship, TK was an Eagles fan.
I don't
And
know.
until
I thought he was a
Peyton,
Broncos fan.
until Peyton Manning
I've
went
been
to,
here since then. I don't
and,
remember that.
and TK jumped to the Broncos.
I've not jumped to the Broncos and Peyton was there.
That's what I'm saying.
But I didn't know he switched.
he switched.
Well, he's a
He
little
switched.
kid.
And he was a little kid.
He's still a little kid.
He still is a little kid. But
What I hate is dudes that don't pick a team and then talk shit about your team.
yeah.
Like, you don't
Well,
even
who's your
have a
team? Oh, well, I don't have a favorite
You'll
team.
talk shit about the Packers.
Yeah,
and be like,
that's
"Oh,
not-
we're anybody." What are we
That's
talking
not
about?
how we do it,
It is. You're just trying to win over an argument
Yeah,
for no
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
I fucking hate that, dude. Well, I don't really root for anybody, but your team sucks. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't fucking have one, bitch.
So
Go
you're-
make one.
So you mean our team sucks because apparently you watch it,
Right. You tell me that you watched it, you were
Yeah,
rooting for it.
so that's your team too.
Right. We didn't. That's actually a good argument. I like that. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's what I tell people. I say, hey man, you tell me my team suck. I'd be the first one to, but who's your team? That's your man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Like whenever Tyson was talking shit, I was like, whenever he figured out we named Lambo, he's like, why did you name Lambo? I was like, well, it's not the car. He's like, the field? I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm a Vikings fan. I was like,
Yeah.
yourself. What have you won?
Skull.
Oh, and Bo.
Skull.
Oh, and Bo.
Yeah.
How about that? Like, I get why you hate it. I hate it too.
Yes.
Y'all had all them players.
All them players.
Got all them teeth, no toothbrush. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean it can be a finicky situation with jumping ship, but once again, to me, I'm like you, Spencer. If you go ride with a team, ride with a team.
Right.
If you gotta, if it's bad enough to where you gotta jump ship, you jump ship forever. You never come back. So like if I was
Like
a
you-
Cowboys fan now,
Spencer
and
said
then-
you get one out, but I don't think you do. I think it has to be a legitimate situation.
I didn't
Yeah.
say you get one out. I
You said you get one out. You did say that.
I said you ride or die.
You said you get one out.
I said in the extreme situations like with the Clippers, the Commanders, that
well, that's a given
I,
out.
that
That's a given out.
oh that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what I meant. That's
Yeah,
the only
that's-
out
that's
that
a-
you
that's a-
get.
that's a
That's
given.
it.
That's a
And you
given.
ride or die.
Let's go Washington. Hell yeah, brother. Team Snyder.
I'm a Redskins fan. I don't like the Commanders.
It's fucked up to say, but it makes more sense.
Just like how they did fucking. I couldn't be a fucking Redskins fan just because, or Commanders fan just because of what they did for the Sean Taylor.
Interesting. Okay, I'll say this.
What's up?
So I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, right?
Mhm.
Hypothetically,
Yes.
Okay.
if Indiana had a professional baseball team, like they said, we're expanding, and Indiana has a baseball team now.
And you jump
that's
ship
what it is.
because you're
Yes.
from Indiana?
Yes.
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 Because
If
the only
you
reason
have-
I root for
If you have
Oh,
some,
yeah,
yeah,
Cincinnati
it's
is
because
the
of the closest
team.
one to you.
Yeah.
So if you have some tie back to it, I could 100% agree with it. That'd be the only way.
Okay.
It'd be like you'd have to have a kid that went to a Texas school for you to become a Texas
Right.
school
That's the
fan.
only other way.
That'd be the only other way I
Or
could see it.
Notre Dame dissolved.
Yeah,
We're not school anymore.
or Notre Dame goes into or drops out and goes to a shitty fucking conference and they no longer play anybody.
Or Purdue's a number 1 seed and they lose to a fucking 16 seed. How about that?
Fairleigh
Could
Dickinson,
that?
baby.
How about that? Could that be something?
They gave you a fair dicking.
Mhm.
We lost to a sex joke.
Yep.
We lost to a mediocre penison.
Them fucking assholes. I had them winning too.
Does that count? Can I do that then? 'Cause that's pretty bad.
No.
Pretty bad.
It's only the second time it's happened in history.
Just had to happen to y'all. It's tough.
I'm sorry I got very close to the mic for that, but I had
It's
to
tough.
emphasize.
It's tough.
That's what you do in the
You
biz.
still weren't loud enough. So.
You still
weren't loud
Yeah,
enough.
'cause like I said, I think I think it can only be certain situations that really give you an out, but it has to be a severe situation.
I wanted to know these.
And like I said, and I think severe enough to be like, you are a Browns fan, your team has done nothing for you as a fan.
Go dig a hole and put your head in it and cover it
A
up.
I mean,
Browns
that-
player
that
murdered
would-
your father.
That would be
Then maybe.
Acceptable.
that
then
would
maybe.
be acceptable. Yeah.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, like I
Your
said,
mother? No. You still murdered.
I just couldn't.
But your father.
That'd be the only way I could see it happening is something like that, though. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that it is a weird subject because I mean, once again, you
Peculiar.
because like I said, if you are a fan of something, you are always going to be a fan of it, regardless.
Most likely.
Because that's what a fanatic. You are a fanatic. That is
Right.
what made you like something. You're always going to be a fan.
Like it's hard for me to imagine Redskin fans not converting over and then not staying with it. Like,
Yeah,
they're
not
diehard,
being a
diehard.
Commanders.
Fan
No,
loyalty
fuck,
is just
dude.
going to be harder and harder to come by as professional sports go the way they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once again, that's
They're
all
misbehaving.
that's all
They're
on the
misbehaving.
ownership. It's all on the ownership.
Yes.
It's
yes.
all on the ownership.
You're supposed to keep
A
people
group of like
engaged.
Yes, you should.
16, 30 guys.
You're-
you know?
That's and the touch on what
Or
Spencer was
girls.
saying. it is a
Girls
business.
don't have money.
It is a business, yes, but you should do right by your business
Yes.
if that's what you're going to do.
Yes.
So
And your customers.
if you keeping this guy is going to keep you selling tickets like this, why would you not keep it?
Put a good
If
product out there.
there's not a reason for you of not having this guy here, why get rid of him?
That's when fans really scratch their heads.
Yes.
What is going
It
on?
makes
been a couple of those.
Why am I
makes it-
buying this merchandise?
and it makes it tough to stay a fan of that team when things like that happen.
Houston
When
Texans.
you
that
see
shit is getting worse.
when you and that's what he's talking about. It's a business. It's you make business moves, but those business moves are not smart moves.
They used
They're
to be-
smart in the sense of keeping your pockets fat.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's it.
And it's becoming more obvious that that's what they're
Yes,
doing. It used
yes.
to not be so obvious.
Yes.
Were they still doing that? Probably. But
Oh
it
yeah,
wasn't-
100%.
It wasn't as obvious
yeah.
as it used to be.
There are certain teams that would care more about selling out tickets than actually getting
Definitely,
success.
Yeah.
Within all sports.
Do I sell
They're-
merchandise?
they're all
Do I have a
variables.
hot player I can sell their jersey?
Yep.
Can I sell out the arena? Do I give a fuck if we win a championship? Not really.
They're all variables.
Yep.
Which is stupid because a lot of teams make a lot more money after they win a championship.
Oh
they don't
my
think
God,
like
yeah.
Yep.
No,
Especially
no
like the
owners think
NFL,
like that.
if you're a team and you win the Super Bowl, the amount of money and the bonuses that you get for winning the
Shit.
Super Bowl is insane.
The Chiefs haven't even had to put it back into their own stadium.
No.
No.
They just fucking have it.
Yep.
They get to upgrade a bunch of other shit.
Yep.
They have a little bit more to put towards salary cap. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But owners don't think like that.
No.
Because a lot of owners owners aren't sports minded; they're
They're
business
business minded,
which is
yeah.
fine. It's
Yeah,
a business. I
it
get
is
it.
a business,
But you have to incorporate both.
Yeah.
There has to be a
Yeah.
balance, and a lot of owners are just thinking about the money.
Also, a lot would change if we had a better commissioner.
True.
That is
100%.
We have
true.
Well,
a shit eater for a commissioner.
they just recently
He eats
voted
poop.
to they just
They extended his ass.
They extended
He
it.
They extended
He
his
eats
ass.
poo-poo. Like he eats duty.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe they
Like
extended
duty for
him.
breakfast.
Dookie eater.
Fucking duty oatmeal.
I don't like that. I
No
really
one
wish they-
does.
It's
wish-
Roger Badell.
Jonathan, I can't wait for you to watch the draft with us.
He's a
Because
fucking
whenever
He's a
he
fucking
goes
joke.
up the stage, there's gonna be
He
one
gets
time
booed.
we're going to put the sound on so you can hear it. Booed the entire time, bro. He could be carrying the cure for cancer, and they will
See
be
the
booing this fucking man.
Chris Collinsworth isn't gonna be there, right?
Yes.
He stands next to him.
Chris Collinsworth.
Here's
a guy.
I hated him for decades.
Now here's a guy.
That's a guy.
When he runs up the middle and gets the 5 yards, it's a first down every time.
I'll tell you what now. It's me, Chris Collinsworth. I played in Cincinnati for 12 seasons. I was undersized. They drafted me anyway. I was out there playing the slot. This guy plays the slot. He's pretty good.
If Collinsworth isn't doing football, Jonathan's not watching.
Yeah, that's the only time Jonathan watches.
He only watches
My
games if
favorite
he's
is
in the
whenever
booth.
Roger Goodell tries to dab
Tom
the
what?
fucking draft picks.
Did you only watch football games when Collinsworth is in
What
the
are
booth?
we doing with our hands?
And you know what's
I
funny?
thought we were doing a regular handshake like normal human beings, but you're all like,
The
Yes.
way
Nobody
fuck that guy.
the way you hate Chris Collinsworth is the exact same way I feel about Booger McFarland.
Yeah.
oh, me
Yeah.
Fucking
He's
stand
a
him.
fucking
I
moron.
can't stand
He is.
Booger
He's
McFarland.
a caricature of
His name
His name
Is
is
it-
Booger, and he's on television. Television.
Get out of here.
Booger. It's worth it because it's Booger. His name is Booger. He's on television.
Yes, yes.
Stupid.
That's worse than Cooter on fucking Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Or the closer offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter.
Hey, Cooter.
Jim Bob Cooter.
Cooter's-
JB, don't talk
That's
about
a-
JBC like that.
When
That's
you
just
have a
dude.
full name like that, it's better.
We just talked
Yeah,
about
that's
team
true.
When
loyalty.
you have a full name like
You
I don't
only
know.
embrace JBC.
I was unofficial this
Junior
high.
bacon cheeseburger
Get one of the ones.
Right. and a frosty.
Shit, I'm about to get that biggie bag with the JBC.
A Jim Bob Cooter.
Don't ask me why junior bacon cheeseburgers is the best thing on Wendy's menu.
But they are absolutely the best thing.
Slap.
I don't
Slap.
know
It is
why.
100%.
Nobody knows why.
It's 100%.
What is your
Same
favorite
ingredients
thing?
as
The
everything
pretzel buns, bacon pub, whatever the
Can you
fuck.
order it right now?
Yeah.
Then it's not that good.
I don't give a fuck.
What?
Fuck Reggie Bush.
You can't order no fucking pretzel bun right now.
Yes, you can. It's on the
Yeah,
menu.
you can. I DoorDash it like every other day.
I don't
I
care.
didn't know it was on the menu.
That's why I was like,
I only get the junior bacon cheeseburger, so I can tell
My
you.
argument for the JBC is the ratio.
Oh yeah,
It's a
Ratio
perfect ratio.
is super important.
It's
the
What's-
most
it's
important.
the
when it comes
most
to a
important.
burger.
from the
Super
bun
important.
to the ingredients to the beef.
I love that
to the
pretzel bacon
cheese.
burger.
It's
The pretzel
perfect.
You know,
bun
the
shit.
first time I ever had Wendy's
Ingredients.
was with you.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I
It's the
agree.
same patty.
I agree.
It's everything else.
Wendy's goes hard. I love it.
But it's,
Oh,
Dave's
yeah.
double is the same thing.
but it's
And the only
smacks
reason
so much
I never
harder.
ate it up
And
until
you
a
can
few
get
years
two of
ago
them
was
for the price
because
of one.
I didn't understand the whole like square patties.
More patty. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
A.B.
Yeah. This is the adult side.
I'm the biggest adult here.
How? In what way?
I have the most little people depending on me.
I have the most midichlorians.
You have the most tax dependence.
Yeah.
You don't weigh the same. You're not the oldest and you're not the tallest.
I'm taller than everybody here.
But you're not faster.
Oh,
You're not stronger.
Yeah, I'm the strongest.
I'll do a 40-yard dash right now.
I would like to see y'all race.
Me and Spencer?
Yeah, you beat them, but I just
I
like to
know,
see it.
like,
I
what
just
How
like
do
to
you
see
know?
it. Huh?
How do you know?
Nigga, I seen your feet.
What about my feet?
And you see
Flat
mine.
as fuck.
And you see mine.
More traction, baby.
You gotta wear cleats to get more traction, not no Vans.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do nothing. Well, I could do something.
Some Pumas. So
Me and you would be a better reason.
Yeah.
Dude, I would smoke both of y'all.
and what?
Everything.
He's gonna literally have a cigar and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, God."
Come on, guys.
I said I'd
I told you to smoke. I told you I was gonna smoke.
Hell no.
Would you like to close this out?
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
And the saying usually goes, "It ain't been real fun," but it has been.
Hey, yes, it has.
So,
Please like and subscribe.
comment.
Comment. Please let us know.
I don't care if you're talking shit. Just comment. Say you don't like it. That's
Shit
fine.
talk is welcome.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Go ahead. I'll talk back. I got time. I'll talk back.
Yes. And please stay tuned in. We will be letting y'all know about some very important stuff coming up for the draft. So please stay tuned because we got a lot of big things coming. So be prepared. Be prepared.
Big thing.
Big thing.
And it's
Big
coming.
thing. And it's coming.
Pause.
Ah, no pause. It's coming in your face.